My excuse.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to the Stretch Run Stephen Foster Day Live. We will be covering roughly 14 stakes and graded stakes races during the show today, including the Grade 1 Stephen Foster. We did have a big scratch out of there, Skippy Long stocking. Stockings apparently were not long enough to run today. So, changes the pace dynamic of that race, of course. We have tons of graded stakes action from Churchill, Woodbine, as well as stakes races from Laurel. And we will be covering Aqueduct. We will be covering, just because of where the time fits in there, we'll be covering Monmouth. And we also have a huge early pick 5 carryover at Los Alamitos Thoroughbred. So I'm sure you guys want to talk about that. Over 100,000 in the early pick 5 pool.
Hey, has that ever happened before, Oldy?
The note I saw on it was that it's the first ever early pick 5 carryover there. You know why though?
Why?
This is the first season they've had an early pick 5, I believe.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't remember how they used to do the daytime. Yeah, I saw that though, and we covered Gulfstream Park. They have all these next races. I think are a good betting sequence. So we'll see. They have mandatory pick 6 tomorrow too. I don't think it'll get hit today. So
no. I
think that there'll be mandatory there. So they end the year in June. So all right, brother. It's good to see you. Churchill Downs in 6 minutes, right? The big A in 1.
Yeah, and that Churchill race has some interesting firsters too. But the big A in 1, this is a fascinating race. I think Screaming Uncle could have a shot here. I mean, it's a low percentage trainer, but if this horse has gotten brave on the lead before, and there's just no other speed here. And is getting bet, by the way, too, which actually kind of scares me. The race sim thinks the 8, He's My Honey Badger, will actually get the lead, which would ruin that whole plan. But is no longer in the Atris or Cox barn. So we'll have to see how that horse plays out here. I definitely would not take 9 to 5 in that situation. I wouldn't even work 9 to 5 in that situation. So the one scratch, Gary. So the 1A is running for purse money only then. Alan, good to see you.
Do you want me to get the sound?
Yeah, if you want to get the sound up, and then we'll go to Churchill and we'll talk about some of these firsters coming up in this next leg.
Yeah, one did just scratch.
We also have our friend of the show, Patches O'Houlihan, running today at Woodbine. He's going to try to dodge the wrench and finish in first ahead of my boy Prince. So excited about that too. Any day we get Patches is an exciting day.
I'm with you, man. There's good stakes racing today, Oldy. We covered that on Thursday.
Yeah. I mean,
you had Penn last night. I saw that race got completely scratched out, but the race before, I have the 9 on top, but the exacta I didn't play it, but talked about both those horses. But a lot of those races got scratched out.
Yeah, and that Zulu Kingdom scratched out of the Grade 1 pen or the Penn Mile there, so that was a huge scratch. A lot of our top picks just in general have been scratched today from the weekend preview show. But and thank you to everybody as well on the stream who has been watching the weekend preview show, because the replay of the weekend preview show has done about 1,500 views since Friday afternoon, which is pretty impressive.
Well, do you hear it?
Yep.
And he's my honey badger with speed from the far outside. His heart set towards the front. Screaming Uncle is in that early mix too. These two are the top two. About to be joined by Purse Money Only, Street Swag, center of the racetrack. Just behind them, a lineup of three. Top of watch, JJ's Joker, Trailer, and I. The leader is He's My Honey Badger. It's Screaming Uncle towards the inside is challenging. At the rail, here comes Conniving, is now taken third. Just towards the outside of that one comes JJ's Joker. It's going to get tight here for Conniving. Is now going to take back, and the Trailer is Tubba Watch. They work into the far turn. The top duos still go at it. Screaming Uncle is a nose in front, 22.48 for that opening quarter mile. Here comes He's My Honey Badger. Battles right back through a 45-second flat half mile time. At the rail, JJ's Joker is trying to rally on there. Out wider comes Tubba Watch. The Trailer is Conniving. They get set to reach the top of the stretch. He's My Honey Badger still goes at it with Screaming Uncle. The Purse Money Only, Street Swag, center of the racetrack is back there in third for wagering purposes. It's now Tubba Watch, who's now in
3 game, Oldy.
ground to make up.
Yep.
The rail, Screaming Uncle still goes at it with He's My Honey Badger. He's My Honey Badger.
I definitely like that 9-1 price better than the 6-1 that was on the board.
Oh, man.
I called it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
That's
good
the way to
job.
start the day.
22.5.
That horse was really game, man. Nicely done. Good call. Base
Well,
square, man. 9-1.
And you had to figure that that the former Cox and Atras horse would take a step backwards there.
Yeah.
So let's do a little boom. Let's start the day right. Do a little boom. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. All right. So let's talk about Churchill Race 6 here. And so I was watching a lot of the works, which are available at KentuckyBred.org, and filmed by our friend Bruno. And I got to tell you, here's an interesting horse. A couple interesting ones, actually. The 13 Laney for Ian and his Wilkes. Very, very impressive work. I believe it was June 15th, but I restarted my computer, so let me pull it up and just look at the date of the work. But was just blew by a horse. The 10 Crimsonite for Steve Asmussen is working with Our Pretty Girl, Our Pretty Woman, which is a stakes winning horse, 4-year-old mare. So that one was pretty impressive. And the 8 Pretty in a Dress for Brendan Walsh has a lot of huge works. May need the lead though, and is getting bet. So those were a few that I thought could upset this 2 Speightster Woman and the 9 Lost and Found there. And look at the e-morning line on the 9 Lost and Found, Justin, coming out of Fairgrounds. It's your long shot. It's currently down to 5-2.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that horse ran in the slop too. It says there's a thunderstorm. What happened to the track?
Track looks fine to me. It's getting cloudy. So maybe clouds could be getting thicker and Leon could be getting larger. There is a pick 5 that starts here. So if there's rain in the forecast, I can look right now on the Weather Channel app. It might be not the worst play to think about doing the surface switch and singling in one of those turf races and being able to play against Thorpedo Anna just in case. But
I don't think she's losing.
Me either, but I'm just giving an idea of something you could do. I'm just trying to
Rain,
find
Scott, for real? That's what it says up there.
I don't see any rain coming down. It's just cloudy. If I could spell Louisville, we'd have the weather already. It does say there's 100% chance of rain. Let's look at the radar. It looks very spotty. Like I'm not sure whether it will rain enough to pull it off a surface.
Jeff said looks clear.
Well, I'm looking at the radar. It does not look clear.
They're probably getting storms. I mean, who was it the Walden horse that you said? Oh, that's the 9. Oh, yeah. I mean, he did a good job at Fairgrounds, Oldy. I mean, Flavian rides. I mean, this horse makes a lot of sense. The morning line was just, I guess, way off.
Yeah.
What about the 1?
Victoria, it would be her first time starter winner. I know Jake liked this horse.
Yeah,
she is 0 for 48 with first time starters. So I would expect this one probably needs a race.
Jeff, I see. What's up, Willie? Good to see you.
Willie, my man.
Jeff, I do see that. Thank you, Jeff. It looks warm there, but the 9's getting crushed, Oldy.
9 is getting crushed. Yeah, I mean, maybe they know. I really like the 8. I think is really a player here. If you made me choose one of those first-time starters. That would be my opinion. But we'll see what happens here. I did play a pick 4, and I went pretty wide here. But I messed with I was modeling what a jackpot pick 4 would look like, so I'm going to have to clear this in a minute here. Because you ain't hitting the jackpot today unless you beat Thorpedo Anna. So I was just modeling a jackpot ticket. I didn't play one that would actually end up hitting, but that was my pick 4. And they're nearing the gate. We'll have Woodbine coming up next. The Bine, this is going to be one of the races we covered.
I think, I mean, 3-2 on the EE morning line. I mean, I'm curious what price the horse will go off. I mean, it might. Is it going to float up a little bit?
I don't know, but I would take. I expected the 8 to take more money based on those works.
Well, is 9-2 off of 6-1?
Yeah, but I thought it would take more than that. I mean, the 2 has a shot as well.
I mean, the horse is 21%. I mean, is the top pick. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, no. I mean, it's a tough race.
For sure. I mean, even this 12 is working pretty decently. This is a quality group of 3-year-olds.
It's good to see you have lots of horses. All right, I got sound. They're approaching.
All right.
And the
Rex, and you and lots of others are on the 9. Good luck.
Nine.
Oldy, you want a price? 6,
I do.
7,
waiting for Field Song,
6, 7, 8,
Lady, and Temperate.
14's fine.
12, 13.
Yeah. Wait, come on.
Now just waiting for Temperate. They're in the gate.
No.
And they're off and about stumble for Sang. A good start for Field Song and a good start for Spun Candy. Lost and Found emerging from the pack now. And here's Lost and Found as they hit the main track. And she strides out to a quick early lead. Lost and Found clear by a length and a half. Spun Candy down inside, chasing in second. Scribbles racing third. Kelly's way back, far outside, up into fourth. Crimsonite is fifth. Spider Woman's in sixth. Field Song down inside seventh. Lady is eighth. Pretty in a Dress is ninth. Sang is 10th. Temperate's in 11th. And Perry Lou is the trailer at the back as they hit the far turn. Lost and Found skitters clear by 2. Rattled off a quarter in 22 seconds flat. Lost and Found, 3 furlongs from the wire, the clear-cut leader. Spun Candy in pursuit, second by a similar margin. Scribbles under a ride, racing third. Crimsonite is fourth. Pretty in a Dress angles outside for the run past the quarter pole. Spider Woman cut the corner. They're at the top of the stretch. It's Lost and Found. Spun Candy to the attack. Lost and Found in deep water. Spun Candy comes up alongside.
6 gonna get there, Oldy.
And Spun Candy has caught Lost and Found. Spun Candy dashing clear to the wire and will win it by nearly 2. Good effort from Lost and Found to be second. 6 back to Temperate third and Scribble fourth.
That's some scribble scrabble right there.
7-1, man. That's awesome.
All right, let's talk Woodbine and the Grade 3 HPI Marine Bet Stakes. So I believe you went with Megalodon on top here.
I know. You're reminding me. You can I gotta pull mine up.
All right, well, let's run the race sim here. We got a few minutes. Got about 2 minutes here. I was on the 2, Church and State, who's not taking any money. The 3 Scorching wins the race sim. Let's see. So the 5 Mansetti is shown he can rate. He beat 64s in the Woodstock, going 6 furlongs. The 2 Church and State won at 7, and the King Corey coming from off the pace on the synthetic, first off the layoff, is 11%, second off the layoff here. Megalodon was in the American turf. Seems better on synthetic, but hasn't really beaten anybody this good. Really, to me, looked like it needed a pace meltdown and may not be a sprinter here. So I'll stick with my 2 Church and State. I think Scorching and Mansetti have a shot, as well as I think War Signal has a chance on the front end to steal this by War of Will for Mr. Cassie here with Sophia Vivis aboard.
Yeah, I was 613 here, Oldy. I know you like the 2, but and Alfredo, it's good to see you. I love Alfredo has this amazing character. Oldie,
Alfredo, my man.
About to go. How much?
They're getting close to the gate, so let's bring up our first live video race of the day. Woodbine, race 5.
The inner turf for later in the program has been
grade
upgraded
3.
to firm. Is no longer good. The official reading is now firm for the Bet365 inner turf.
Marine HPI bet Marine Stakes.
They're moving in for the Marine Stakes. War Signal has gone in for the Bard of Mark Cassie, the inside gate. Church and State is called to the line next.
Hopefully they won't be separated here.
The King Corey winner goes forward for Emma Jane.
Little social studies.
Off an almost
joke.
9-month layoff. Scorching coming into gate number 3. Getting good support here, 5-2 in the betting. A last start winner, Sedbury's Ghost. In fact, trying to make it 3 on end.
I remember Dylan Davis riding the 3. This is a good race.
Is going to follow gate 5.
I mean, I had the 6, Oldie, but you like the 2. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was 1, 2, or 3. Like,
so Pietro Maron on Man City walk up.
The thing that's surprising me most is that the 5's taking no money at all.
Another last start winner, as is Watsonville Red. Stand by for a start in the Marine Stakes, the grade 3.
Yeah.
HPI bet Marine Stakes. And Watsonville Red completing the line for Leo Salas.
And
the runners have now reached the starting gate.
In, the field is ready to
got
run.
Matt going off there too.
All in and locked.
Get his sound off.
Off they race, boring out was Man City. A bit of bumping to Megalodon and Watsonville Red, and War Signal won the start. Shooting through in the center, Sedbury's Ghost. Man City's on the pace, and Handy is Scorching, relaxing on the inside, just behind in 4th. A length to Megalodon. And back second last out the stretch, Church and State. And the early trailer is Watsonville Red. War Signal in front has some company. Man City is up on the outside, allowing War Signal to go clear. War Signal by a length and a half now, 2 in second. Man City. Scorching has had a good spot early on the inside. Moving forward, Megalodon. And then Sedbury's Ghost caught wide now, Church and State. And back last is Watsonville Red. Showing the way is War Signal as they head up the backstretch in the Marine by 2 lengths. Second, Man City. A length away, Megalodon. Floating forward is Scorching on the inside. In the center, Sedbury's Ghost. On the outside, Church and State. And about 3 away last is Watsonville Red. War Signal through a half in 48 and 2. Doing it nicely. War Signal by 1.5 to Man City. 3 parts to Megalodon. Scorching's had a nice run on the rail. On the outside, Church and State's had a wide trip. Sedbury's Ghost the center. And Watsonville Red is 2 lengths away last. War Signal still the leader. A half to Man City. Coming forward, Megalodon taking off his Church and State. Scorching on the inside of Sedbury's Ghost as they bunch up. And last, Watsonville Red. Man City alongside War Signal pushing for the lead. 1 away is on the inside. Scorching asked to run, but Man City's gone to the front. And down the lane in the Marine, it's Man City and War Signal fighting back. A length away came Scorching, and trying to run for the back is Church and State and Sedbury's Ghost. Scorching's coming into the clear. Man City in front, targeted by Scorching. Man City the leader. Scorching trying, and down the outside Megalodon, but Man City in front.
Hold.
And the beautifully turned out Man City wins the Marine from Scorching and
good
Megalodon. Then Sedbury's Ghost, Watsonville Red out wider was
like
Church and State and War Signal the rail.
That horse kind of got ignored. Hey, let's go to Gulfstream Park. So I talked about this 2 horses getting crushed. Like, and it's not surprising, Oldy. Jaramillo riding on the front. It's taking a big drop. It is in for a tag. I'm not, it's 1 to 5. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. The 3 horse at Zayas for Safi, I think that horse probably needs the lead. So, I mean, I don't really see the 3 winning, in all honesty. But you're getting a good price at 6 to 1. I like the 4 in the next race, Oldie, as a single. So I would daily double into it. I think that Love Actually on the front end can get loose for Edwin. Like, it's going to be dangerous. And it's going to take a lot of money. But that's what I liked. I talked about it earlier in the video. On the will pays you're getting, so the 2 into the 4, you're only getting 4 to 1. The 1 into the 4, you're getting 70 to 1, and the 3, 30 to 1. So, the 2 4s just getting crushed. The 2 8's the actual favorite in the daily double. I like the 2 4 though, for me. Like,
okay.
But I also like the 1, but you can even play the 3 because you're getting such a good price on the 1, 70 to 1. You're getting 71, 30 to 1, and then 4 to 1. I mean, you got to play a little bit heavy, but I think the 2's tough. But, that's how that's what I thought.
In for a start, race number
6. Here we go.
One favorite at 1 to 5 is the Misael Jaramillo ridden Julie's Legacy.
Uneven money here on the 2. Big racing day today. Just had our first of 14 graded stake, graded or ungraded.
Timely reward getting ready now.
Today that we'll be covering live.
Here's Katubia. Pop Rocks. Then Puckered and Twizzle.
Puckered and Twizzle. There did seem like there's a lot of speed signed on here.
Yeah, the 1 might be the horse to sit the trip. I mean, the
Twizzle
5 maybe. I thought it was the 1.
Puckered, the last 2 out of line.
The pace stops, but the 2. I mean, this horse should win the race with Jaramillo. Just get out, but I don't know. I mean, the price on the 3 is the right price. That's why I like the daily double.
And they're off. On the far outside, Twizzle got a good start. Julie's Legacy being hustled forward by Jaramillo. The big favorite wants to lead, and she will. Julie's Legacy has a clear advantage. Second is Timely Reward. St. Olaf Rose is in the green, third at the rail. 2 back to Twizzle, racing together with Pop Rocks. Then it's a big gap, call it 4 to Puckered, and 5 more to Katubia. They chase the speed of Julie's Legacy, well backed and cruising at this stage. A 22-second opening quarter, pretty lively, but she does it well. She's a length and a half in front. Timely Reward is second, St. Olaf Rose third, Pop Rocks is fourth. A gap of 5 more to Twizzled, who's 3 better than Pucker, and the trailer is Katubia. Around the far turn they go. The leader is Julie's Legacy off cover. St. Olaf Rose goes on the attack from second. 3 wide, Timely Reward is now third. Julie's Legacy better go to work as St. Olaf Rose is right on with it here. These 2 through a 44 and 4.5 mile. Third is Timely Reward. Fourth is Pop Rocks, and they're on their way home. Julie's Legacy is battled back inside and takes a clear lead again. St. Olaf Rose is not done trying, and she's mustering another effort down the center. Julie's Legacy almost home. St. Olaf Rose surging to her. St. Olaf Rose or Julie's Legacy. Julie's Legacy defeated. St. Olaf Rose, a 14-1 winner. Julie's Legacy was second.
All right, we got to get the 4 in the next.
For third and 116-4.
There we go. Nice call.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, the two had some question marks, Oldy. I know. We'll jump over here to Laurel. Let's let this go.
They're off. Bit of an awkward beginning for Little Lance. The inside back of the woods going to sprint out for the lead. Brother Conway with that early zip as well. Then it's El Divino Nino Neon Sign, fourth, saving ground on the backstretch run. Holy Synchronicity. Little
I thought
Lance
Brother
is
Conway
next.
had a big look
Murray,
here.
second last position, and 5 Dreams trailing the field. Brother Conway and back of the woods hook up head to head past the half-mile pole. Chasing at pace, El Divino Nino right there on the outside, well, 3 wide. Another 4 to Neon Sign. Holy Synchronicities in mid-flight. Then Little Lance. Here's Murray on the inside, ridden along and trying to improve, but still double digits
looks
from
like
the
you're gonna
front.
get a
As
bomb
El
here,
Divino
unless
Nino
the
takes
five's
over the
playing
lead.
awesome.
Brother Conway going to try to run with that one toward the quarter pole. So Brother Conway, El Divino Nino, head to head as they turn in.
I don't know if
Another
that
6
eight
to
can
Neon
pass.
Sign is next, and back of the woods down to the inside. Holy Synchronicity is in between horses, shifting off the inside comes Murray. Murray's going to shift out to the 4 path of the second flight chase, though with plenty to do. Brother Conway, tenacious, El Divino Nino right there still and trying. Brother Conway, El Divino Nino, Murray Motors on late for third. Brother Conway, gritty victory. El Divino Nino, then it was close third. Holy Synchronicity of Murray.
So the note on this horse here, I'll just versus the favorite, was that so it aligned to everything but the top 2 picks and win percent, the top pick and top win percentage. So that wins more than 40% of the time. Just missed at 7 furlongs in it, first off the layoff, or second off the layoff against the 9, who was the heavy favorite here. I said might benefit from the cutback to 6. And on the 9, I mentioned the cutback as well. The GSR says 6 furlongs won't help the 9 here, who went off at 3 to 5.
Yeah, no, that's good.
All right, we may have
what did our probable end up? It ended up being 30. I think we got 35 to 1, Oldy. It ended up it did end up being the favorite in the doubles. So we'll have to figure out what to.
Yeah, when the will pays come up,
the 2-4 ended up being the favorite at 3 to 1. So we're on the right horse, I think. Here, let's see, dude. It'll be good at 35 to 1
for sure.
All right, we're where are we headed?
Headed to Aqueduct here again. You have another interesting long shot here. Gets the GSR bump, dropping in class on the 3 Kenny B, currently at 6 to 1.
Katie's riding.
You got a Pletcher horse that, of course, is taking money there in trust fund, but we can watch the race sim. There does seem to be a lot of speed signed on to this race, as you see at first call. The race sim almost called a huge upset there. The race sim likes thinks the 5's going to win, but it has the 4 right there for Brittany Russell. Lightly raced, could improve. Looks like he'll get pace to run into. Is 9%. And that's the purpose sometimes of the race sim, is to see something like that you might have missed. So a 3-4 exacta would pay pretty well here if you can get the 3 to hang on. I don't see why the 5 needs to win this. Hasn't been able to rate. Only won a maiden. 6 trust fund can rate a little bit too, so maybe a 3-6-4 here, and you take the chance there. You get either the 4 or the 3 with the 6. It's going to pay pretty well. Let's see, do we have any video on any of these? There's a Brittany Russell. No, it's here. Just seeing if we have any race sims or past races we could watch.
Mm.
But no, not in this race. And that's the new toy we have, so we have to remember to use it as well here.
This is a tough race, Oldy.
For sure. It's really going to be possibly a matter of who gets the lead, because the 6 is now the favorite, but the 5 was the morning line favorite and doesn't look like it can rate.
I mean, the 2 as Lascano adds blinkers.
Going to probably be forwardly placed with the blinkers added. And the 7's your top SOR, but did drop to about this level last time out at Saratoga. Will be second off the layoff with Santana riding and didn't show much. And that's fireballing. And finishes last in the race sim as well.
Who's this? The 3?
The 7 fireballing.
Oh.
Fire.
Man, so the 2 adds blinkers. There just seems to be so much speed here.
Yeah, no, I agree. Fire. Balling. I mean, I will say there's a big pace number on the 6, but the 6 can definitely rate.
Do you think the 3 horse can rate?
I do not. No.
I mean, I understand why you say that. So they're going 6.5 for the second time. I mean, the only other time they try to get the lead, that was way too tough. Bumped, stumble. I mean, he's had a lot of trouble. Yeah, I mean,
definitely getting easier.
You can toss the last race. That's really easy because it's on the turf from the 11 post.
Third off the form, third into the form cycle off the layoff as well.
Horses are approaching now at the gate. It's post time for race 6. Started the pick 6.
Not enough preference here. Tough race.
Yeah,
but I do like the angle on the 3. I mean, it's taking money, 5-1. You're not, I mean. We'll see what's going to happen here at the start.
hopefully no weather delays at Churchill.
Oh,
no, still showing fast and firm. It doesn't look bad.
Jack boxed the 1 and 7. It's a good price. I'm guessing you're probably getting like 25, 30 to 1. Yeah, we saw that, Alan. I think we'll probably go there right after this.
2 out. Trust fund.
We have Churchill too, but we should look at that low sal.
Trust fund. Goes in. Fireball it.
Fireball it.
Fireball it. Last to load. All set.
And she's sent.
Kenny B.
Not bypass.
Right now, Cartwright. Press on
and then they've just let the 5 go on the lead.
Kenny B. To the outside in third. Fire.
All right, let's see if she can.
Uncle George.
Or he.
Off the rail is in the 2 path here in pursuit from 4th, and just behind them comes Trust Fund. Ducky Medwick towards the back end of the field, and the lone trailer, Tarpaulin. They approach 4 furlongs left to go. 22 seconds flat for the opening quarter mile. Sir Cartwright, Manny Franco in front, up by a half length. Here comes Fireball, and just
shouldn't have anywhere nowhere to go. Oldy.
Right by Sir Cartwright. Fireball in.
Kind of got shuffled. Look, oh, she got to go outside now. That's a tough trip.
Right, having to check and move towards the outside was Kenny B. Just got caught in traffic as they reached the top of the stretch. 44 seconds flat for the half mile.
Wow, they went fast.
How much does Fireball and have left? Here comes.
Now she got to get way out.
Down the center of the racetrack. But Fireballin is still gutting it out here at the rail. Now, Trust Fund, Kendra Carmouche, they're trying to assert. Now they take the lead. It's Trust Fund in front. Fireballin.
The one's going to get by Fireballin, too. Uncle George.
Trust Fund wins it over.
Well, that was close, Jack. Just got the fave. Maybe should have played the try with the fave there, maybe. We had the 2 good price horses.
Interesting. So it's singling in a race where my single.
Man. All right, Oldy, you're going to get
tough.
me on this one. Is it tough?
Yeah, I mean, the single I had is gone.
Okay. Man, I haven't played her in a bit. Wow, first race.
It's not going to let me. You may have to share for this one because I can't update it because of this. See if I can get it to let me. No, it won't let me clear it. So.
What do you? Hold on.
I mean, this was my original ticket.
What? But why can't? What happened?
The 2 scratched out of race 3.
It still wants to use it. Oh, I see.
It won't let me get to the screen where I can tell it to clear all legs or declare a leg.
Here, I don't mind sharing. You'll just have to tell me what you want me to do. So, how much time? We have 14 minutes. All right. So you were going to single in race 3, the 2 scratched. I don't know. It keeps putting in the race sim or in the ticket generator.
Yeah, I know, but it's scratched. It must be a glitch.
Well, I know, but okay. So, I mean, the win percent say this thing's wide open. The 7's the favorite, Oldy.
In race 1? Yeah.
Yeah, right?
But, I mean, it could just be the 7 and the 6.
Going 6.5. They have speed. What about the 4's GSR increase? The 2 has speed. Not taking money, but not expected.
I would be on board with a 7.64 if you wanted to just play that here.
These horses got to somehow close, and then they just kind of back up.
If you want to add the 3, who's the only closer. So 7.643, let's call it.
This horse been on the turf, dropping. It's raced at
can clear this.
It's raced at 1,000, Oldy. Now there's one at 6.5. Aguiar. I mean, these horses only have been racing so much.
Yep.
I mean, on the turf, 1,000, 6.5. It's crazy. I mean, one way back here did win at a 50 at Los Al, but you thought the 4 was an interesting long shot?
I thought so with the GSR increase, it does have some efforts. most of them though are the better efforts were on the lead. That's the only thing there.
Whoa. So what happens is the two have to get the lead? I mean, this horse didn't. It's hopped last out and it broke to the bump the start two back. I mean, the 4 could just get the lead and be gone. Okay, yeah, we're going to use the 4 for sure. In the 3, you said? Okay. I'm fine not to use the 2. And then no 1, 6, 7. What about the 5? Peter Miller?
Yeah, I think you got to use that one too, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I'm keeping an eye on because Churchill, we have
Thorpedo Anna.
Yeah, we have the Thorpedo Anna race coming up. So,
all right, let me get that on my other screen too. 3 minutes. Oldy, we can, and if we want to, maybe not go there quite yet, but I thought she
loves it being a command. She's a grizzly.
Just a nice horse, and I don't think that took too much out of her. I think she gets back to what she wants to do, is my perspective. So
yeah.
So then the 1 speed 5, 38%, lightly raced, 8,000 claimer. Trainer jockey the 1 in race 2. Never, not once. Been racing at Los Alamitos and 1 up on near the lead here. Stretches out. I mean, doesn't this horse make a lot of sense? The 1, good price.
Yes.
What else were you using here? The 6 is dropping.
Hold on. So
no 3 probably.
So yeah, so for leg 2, I was just 168.
One 6. I like the 1 a lot. You like the 8 as well? Sources dropping. Ricardo Gonzalez. Yes. Okay. I'm down. All right. Whoops. Okay. And then it still keeps wanting to single the 7. All right. You were going to single the 2 here. So now the 1 has. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I did not think that the 7's a single. Okay. I would single the 5 in race 4. I went 1, 3, 4 now here, but we're going to get Thorpedo Anna coming up here.
That's all right. I got the sound.
In the
I think she wins. Oldy, what do you think? We talked about her on Thursday. I think she's going to win.
I think she wins. Both the Twin Spires experts I saw or track feed experts did not pick her.
Interesting.
But so I went 1, 3, 4. And maybe I'm taking too much speed there. We'll see.
And the horses have
but
reached
the late runners are just really bad there.
Waiting for Jin and waiting for text.
We like the 6 both in the next race, Oldy.
They're in the gate, and they're off. An uneventful start for Thorpedo Anna. She breaks out near the front. Royal Spa had a good start, too. And Jin is there to the outside. They go by us the first time. Royal Spa inside. Thorpedo Anna right alongside second. They're 1-2 into the turn with Jin backing off them, settling into third. And then it's save timed out inside fourth, and Taxed is at the back in fifth. Around the clubhouse turn they go. Royal Spa the leader, and Thorpedo Anna is glued to her. A stalking second, and now she moves up alongside. So these two hit the backstretch run together. Let's see the opening quarter, 23 and 2. So the pace is solid enough down the backstretch run. 5 furlongs to go now. Thorpedo Anna right alongside of Royal Spa. Here's the half. It's 47 seconds flat, so they moderate the pace a bit. Royal Spa's in front, heading for the far turn, but Thorpedo Anna is right at her outside. And the two of them hit the far turn for clear. Gin racing third. Save time is fourth, and Taxed is fifth. Round the far turn, Brian Hernandez says go with Thorpedo Anna. She moves up right alongside of Royal Spa and puts a nose in front. Thorpedo Anna leading to the top of the stretch now. And Royal Spa's coming under a ride down inside. Thorpedo Anna on cruise control off the turn.
Come on, Oldy. Kick away.
Down for the drive.
Oh, one time.
Just
Come on.
But she's clear by 2.
Well, many times, actually, when it comes to Thorpedo Anna.
Third.
Bye-bye. Come on.
Coming. Thorpedo Anna clear by 3. Royal Spa's chasing.
I talked about Royal Spa underneath.
Yeah.
Thorpedo Anna. She's not done. Not even close. Cruised home to win it by 2.5. Royal Spa was second, and Taxed was third.
Let's talk about bad math, though, because the second quarter was actually slower.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was not moderated much. It was just slightly slower.
Spot, Flavian Pratt made it interesting, making the lead on the inside that went a reasonable 47 seconds to the opening half, but Brian Hernandez Jr. was extremely confident aboard the champion, Thorpedo Anna. She was on the outside, clocking the every move of Royal Spa. She proves much the best here in the Fasig-Tipton Fleur to lead on to a defense of her title in the Breeders' Cup Distaff.
Wow. Well, all right, Oldy. There's so much racing coming. We have to keep going, y'all, because we can't forget about our daily double, Oldy, at Gulfstream Park in 4 minutes. And I know they're racing also at Woodbine in 3, and that's are we going to show that? And then we also have this Los Al Pick 5. We need to try to finish that, and then maybe go to Gulfstream, or can we skip Woodbine?
So I'm alive in the Woodbine Pick 5 there. I would love to be able
no. So we'll watch it. Yeah, we'll watch it. That's fine. So I'm going back to Los Al. Hold on. Okay, we have 4 minutes anyways. All right, we were getting close. Okay, so what did we say? $100. 160. Okay, you said 134. Let's just keep going. So you don't want a single here for what were you?
I was just the 5 in race. I'm going to take the shot on the Mike McCarthy horse. 66%. Highest SOR. There. In race 5 and race I'm sorry, race 4. In race 5, I am 13578.
No 6. No 2. Is this race just that wide open?
The last there, yeah. I mean, it looks like it is to me. I mean, the race 4 again, I was going to single the 5, Lady Lollipop. I mean, the drop's just huge there. And second off the layoff, gets back to dirt.
The pick 5 pool is $360,000 with 2 minutes to post.
Okay, I'm down with this. Like, so I think that I would. I would not. I would probably play that for a little bit bigger. Is that what it was, Oldy?
I was 112, but that's pretty close. I was, hold on.
No, this is, oh, wait, the 5 went away. I don't really want to, it's fine.
So I ended up 3 through 7 in race 1, 1, 6, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, 8. And then we'll go to Woodbine, and then Gulfstream usually takes a little while, so hopefully we'll be able to hit both at the same time, one right after each other.
Forcing Clarity at 5 to 1.
Would you say 112?
Number 8, Reflexivity is 5 to 1, and they're just behind the start.
In the last at Los Al?
No 2, no 6, I think, is where you were.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in the last, I was
1, 3, 5, 7, 8.
Yep.
Okay, I think it's 112. Oh, man.
Yeah, you got one too many, and I think it was just 1, 3, 4 there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, 112.50. Okay.
All right, going in the gate. Here, I thought there's a lot of speed signed on at Woodbine.
Blackfoot Daisy
Complete
with
the
And the
exact.
six might have a chance to upset here.
Her turf form is pretty solid. She's going to put blinkers on today to add a little more speed to the equation as well. And I think she's the underneath kind of horse to me. She doesn't want to turf.
So the 8's the favorite.
She was 3 back. Really, really good.
Well, Oldy,
I mentioned the 4 already, and like I said, she's.
There we go.
7-year-old Old Blondie.
Well, the 4 acting up.
Shooting Amy.
I did. That was my part of my concern that horse sometimes has gate antics. Like, that's going to be a problem. But, well, man.
Reflexivity completing the line. They're in the gate, all in and locked up. On their way, a tremendous start. Back at the tail end, Sinclarity, and going to the front, Miss Vivian narrowly. Pushing up the inside is Yamar. Away nicely, Shootin' Amy, and Blackfoot Daisy is attending the pace, rushing after this leader. And Handy Clay Soldier just behind them, and wider Reflexivity. Second last, Old Blondie, and last is Sinclarity. Miss Vivian shows the way by a length to Blackfoot Daisy, and Yamar third with Clay Soldier. Out wider, Shootin' Amy. The widest Reflexivity as they go round the turn, 3 in front of Old Blondie, and 6 away last is Sinclarity. Racing to the final quarter in front, Miss Vivian is head on the chest here, 2 lengths. Blackfoot Daisy sharing second, coming up the inside, Yamar and Clay Soldier. Clay Soldier going into second spot, Yamar the rail behind, and then Old Blondie in the clear. Miss Vivian out by 3 or 4 lengths. Down the center of the track is Old Blondie. Sinclarity making good ground from a mile back. But what a big lead, Miss Vivian. That's been the order of the day on the bet 365 in a turf. They just can't catch him. Miss Vivian wins. Scores by about 3.5 lengths. Make it 4. Sinclarity a very good second. And third place Soldier. Then Old Blondie, Reflexivity.
All right, let's get you over to
Blackfoot Soul, Daisy second
Gulfstream.
last. And the trailer at the back.
No, Oldy, no good over at Los Al. The 2 won the race.
That's the one we were convinced was going to stop.
Oh, man. That's a bummer. All right.
That's a boom for me at Woodbine. That paid about $400 for 70 something. Did I turn the? Let me make sure I didn't.
Oh man,
mess the audio up here. I did not. Let's see. By the way, at Laurel, your pick is still in. Mine scratched.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time.
Right after
Favoritism in the corner of 8, Brisa Veloz, with Love Actually at a 3-2 price. These two dominate the betting.
All right.
Come on,
she had antics.
On the daughter
she
of money,
threw
Brisa
the jock
Veloz
off.
to take the outside.
Let's see what happens.
Again, ready for a start. And they're off.
Come on, Edwin.
In the middle, Love Actually gets the first call and fires to the early lead. Moving up on the outside, that's Bottomless Mimosa to the top flight. Racing on the far outside, it's Brisa Veloz moving into contention. But the leader is Love Actually, and Edwin Gonzalez kicked to a length lead. Bottomless Mimosa now second.
7 looks rank.
Is third at the rail. Taboo Mischief is there fourth.
I didn't think that 7 wanted the turf.
3 sees Kai and No Time to Wait. Out the back, Astrolight and Winning Star. Around the far turn they race. They drilled the corner, and the leader is Love Actually by a length. Bottomless Mimosas dropping back into second. Brisa Veloz.
Come on, kick away, baby.
Underway.
Come on, Edwin.
Taboo Mischief. They're on their way home.
Beat this fave.
Well,
we're the fave already, but
an eighth of a mile from home and 2 on
top.
Come
on, fave in the doubles. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, baby. Yes, Oldy.
Strong on the top end for Team Orsino. A dominant winner at even money. Good battle here for second as Tracy Sky tries to catch Brisa Veloz. Love Actually is in front. Brisa Veloz held second. Tracy Sky third. Ian 55-1.
That makes up for the Los Al. That was fun at Los Al. I was really excited because we haven't played Los Al in a long time. All right.
We got a minute here at Laurel to talk about this Laurel race. If I can pull it up on the screen here. Here we go. So St. Benedict's Prep, I believe, was your top pick here. It was the Linda Rice horse that was shipping in.
What race was this one? What number?
This is race 9, the Alma North Stakes.
I was 8-1.
All right, well, the 8 scratch, so you're just the
one. Okay, so I'm on the 1 then. Oh, the horse is even money, though.
Yes. Interesting, though, that the 4 is getting bad. I thought the 4 was if I remember correctly, the 4 was my second choice here. I also think Happy Clouds shouldn't be here. And Fiona's Magic, the trainer struggles off the layoff, so that really leaves you 1, 2, 4.
I'm still so excited about our win, Oldie.
Yep. Good call, Justin.
I did the video this morning. I hadn't done a video in a long time, and man, and she got
Happy Clouds,
bumped at the
Magic,
start.
6-5, St. Benedict's Prep.
All right, well, this is the first time I'm going to request it, but if you can, as we get ready for the stakes race at Laurel, if you can hit the like and subscribe button, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Fiona's Magic. 6.5 furlongs. And they're off of the Alma North. Happy Clouds, Fiona's Magic on the outside. Up for early speed as Alani is sent forward inside of that pair. Down the backstretch run. St. Benedict's Prep is dropped to last position and passed by Easy Red. Up on the outside, Easy Red up to 4th. Leading the way is Happy Clouds. Happy Clouds at a good clip. Leads it by some 2 lengths. Happy Clouds is that leader. Now Easy Red makes a solid run from the second spot. Down inside is Alani in third. Fiona's Magic is right there. St. Benedict's Prep is last and now taken to the outside about the 2 or 3 path into the far turn. The pace has been sharp by this long shot. Happy Clouds opening quarter 22 seconds flat, and so it's Happy Clouds leading the way. Easy Red is second. St. Benedict's Prep on the outside. Now try to motor on home. Here's St. Benedict's Prep and Easy Red. They're coming at Happy Clouds to the top of the stretch. The half is a sharp 45 2/5 of a second. They turn for home. St. Benedict's Prep, Easy Red right there. Easy Red is trying to battle St. Benedict's Prep. Got the jump though, and St. Benedict's Prep with furlong left to go has the lead by a length in front from Easy Red in second. St. Benedict's Prep on the whole sway on that left lead, 16th mile left to go from Easy Red in second. Here comes Alani into third, almost second on the outside. St. Benedict's Prep to win and close second.
Enjoy the ride.
Easy Red, Alani the far outside, and Happy Clouds finish 4th in the Alma North Stakes.
Now, if we could get these guys to stop going off on top of each other, that would be fantastic. Would you not agree?
17.50.
I mean, I would, but wait. No. We have to go back to Gulfstream because I'm ready to see what the price we're gonna get, Oldy. Ended up being even money.
Well, but I mean, that horse made sense though too.
So she was much the best, but she's always had a lot of antics, but was getting back to the turf. Edwin's so good too, Oldy, of getting these horses out of the gate, especially when Paco's not there. Jaramillo really good as well, but finally went official. I was wondering, I was like, why is it taking so long? All right. We got to wait for the will pay.
All right.
1246. 65.
What's the one at Laurel as well, huh?
Yep. Good call.
We're on fire.
Fire.
Tirolani was second. For Easy Red was third. And Six Happy Clouds fourth. 1246.
It's taking so long.
Yeah, at Gulfstream, sometimes that happens for sure. I can tell you what the will pay was, but
well, that's why I was like, I mean, it
official. Pick 3, $18.45. $2
exact 960, trifecta 825, superfecta 54.60, $5.46 for a dime. Daily double $70.60. The pick 3 404. 40.
So it was 35. It was
pick 4 good for $3,008.80. They must play pick 5 was a big return today. $16,740.30.
35 to 1, Oldy. How amazing!
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm assuming you didn't just have it for $1 or $2 there. So
I played it for 20. I played it for 20, and then I actually ended up playing the pick 6. If we get there, we'll deal with that later. So we'll talk about that later. And it's not an expensive ticket. It was only $44. So I have some coverage in the next races though. And then I played some pick 3s and stuff. But it was such a good bet, Oldy, because of just speed, and Gulfstream can be so dangerous on the turf, right? I mean, speed's just so dangerous, and you get to see these jockeys and how they run there. So, all right, and now we're going to over on the turf at Big A.
Correct. Yes.
When are they going to Saratoga? Are they going to?
They go to Saratoga next week, actually, for a boutique meet for like a few days, and then they go permanently to Saratoga the week after that. I don't know why they just don't consider it part of the Saratoga meet. But the Belmont Derby, which is a turf race, I believe it is, and a couple other races, graded stakes races next weekend at Saratoga.
And then where?
And then they're at Saratoga permanently the next week. So that's why I was saying it doesn't make sense to me that they don't just call it early. But I know David said he was going to be there in person. Guys, is anybody else having this problem Gary's having where the show goes blank every 10 minutes?
I've never heard that, Oldy.
Me either, but I just want to make sure it's not like a StreamYard issue. No, so Gary, unfortunately, it sounds like it's an issue you're having there that maybe is related to maybe you need to clear your cache for your browser would be my guess. Or if you're on your phone or TV. And Riley apparently is watching too and just sent me a no through the intercom as well. She's not having that issue. But if you're on your phone or your TV, I would do a hard reset on those.
Yeah.
At Belmont, Mo Cressa looks pretty tough here. Big drop, getting bet. Gene and Jude as well off the layoff for Proctor. I think the race sim's got this pretty good. If you're looking for a long shot,
post time for today's 7th. 1 mile.
I don't really see one here.
Turf.
And Justin, next Saturday, we'll have the Indiana Derby live in the stream. And we might have Cole Battle is a probable for that race.
I love it. We haven't seen Cole Battle in a bit.
Messi the Magician.
Yep.
Gene and Jude. Goes in. All set. And Via della Spiga breaks with early speed. Messi the Magician in the early mix 2. Joined by Mo Cressa from the outside. Gene and Jude wants to be forwardly placed. They're 4 across the course. The one who will take back is Jose Lescano on Via della Spiga. From the outside posts over to the rail. Gene and Jude. And Lane Leslie, they're in command. They're up by a full length. Right there towards the inside. Close up second. That's Messi the Magician. Just got passed by Mo Cressa. Now pushed back to 3rd. Via della Spigas. Lone in 4th. At the rail in 5th comes Doom. Towards the outside. Progressing is Union Express. Towards the back end of the field. Got Mr. Mendelssohn and Landauer. Work up the back stretch. Chasing Gene and Jude. 23.60. The opening quarter mile. Mo Cressa stalking right there in 2nd. At the rail, Messi the Magician is moving forward towards the inside of Via della Spiga through a 47.54 half-mile time. Doom, patiently ridden here, is in 5th. Is trying to get off the rail now. Union Express is holding that spot. Landauer starts to roll from the back. And now the trailer, Mr. Mendelssohn. They get set to reach the top of the lane. Gene and Jude is trying to fend them all off. Mo Cressa in pursuit, and Mo Cressa comes calling for the lead. Down the center of the course, Via della Spiga. Union Express starts to commence a rally. Doomed with nowhere to go. Just got shut off. Mo Cressa's got the jump. It's Mo Cressa who's sprinting for home. Union Express on the grandstand side is getting much closer now. Union Express. Mo Cressa. Mo Cressa.
Held on.
Just barely.
Express then came Via della Spiga. And Doomed finished 4th. 1 minute 35.85 seconds.
All right, we have Churchill race 8 coming up, and we have the ability on the 6 Vixen, who's the second choice, to show a race replay.
Yeah, you and I, Oldy, both, I guess we don't always agree on horses on the previous show, but we did here. We both had the 6 on top. I played a daily double into the 6, and then also the 4 was my long shot. I did not use the 5, Lush Lips.
So we're gonna watch the grade 3. I'm not sure the full name of that, but the Gulfstream race 4 on 3/1/25, the grade 3 win for Vixen. So give me a sec to get that up. And here we go. Making sure everybody's seeing that okay.
Which horse?
And here comes the
Oldy, which horse?
Stakes. Both favorites were away well. In the center, Civetta, just to her inside, Vixen. On the far outside, Grade A gets started and moves up to take the lead.
Vixen, I believe, is the 2
horse.
horse.
Vixen, who's well situated in 3rd.
I'm sorry, the 5 horse.
2 and 4th. Civetta's between horses, and Special Aviator is 3 wide. Then Ramsey Pond and Bella Veneno. The early trailer is Daisy Flyer. And a run around the first turn. It's Grade A who's loose up top to lead by
I
2.5.
think the 4.
Mrs. Worldwide is there second from.
And guys, we're going to have some news hopefully soon on race replays being available on the site. That's my teaser.
Special Aviator is 3 wide, a length and a half better than Ramsey Pond. Then Bella Venino second last. The trailer is Daisy Flyer. The leader is long shot Grade A. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter. Grade A in a bid to make all. Leads by a length and a half from Mrs. Worldwide second. Velasquez is right where he wants to be on Vixen. She's 3 wide and third. Up on the outside, Special Aviator covers up Savetta with Classic Q staying parked at the rail. Then Daisy Flyer, she's out of last place, passing both Bella Venino and Ramsey Pond. Around the far turn, 5/16 from home. Grade A has the lead. 3 wide Vixen, 2 path, Mrs. Worldwide.
It's a pretty hot pace, too.
To get off the inside for Dylan Davis. Savetta's on her outside. She's still very much on the bridle as Vixen needs to do better than that. Off the turn on the stretch drive, the leader is Mrs. Worldwide. Vixen tries to find her high gear from the inside. Classic Q angles for a run. They come past the 16th pole. Vixen and Mrs. Worldwide. Late run from Daisy Flyer. Vixen just in front. Mrs. Worldwide testing her, but Vixen gets the job done. That was hard work for Vixen, but she found enough in the tank. She got the job done to win the Here Comes the Bride.
And that's a tougher group than this group, Oldy.
Yeah.
And that was a nice Grade 3 win. I mean, now in stakes company here. So.
For sure. Yeah, and, you can see Vixen's kind of a grinder. There, let me just clear this off there. The other horse I liked here was Neath Island. And we actually could watch a Lone Star race if we wanted to watch that horse as well. Because we do have race replays from Lone Star. We got 5 minutes. We still have time. We actually can watch Lush Lips at Gulfstream as well in the Florida Oaks if you want. Oh, no.
I like it.
Well, let's go to.
Is there any? Brennan's asked Oldy, is there going to be, hold on, I'm going to pull it up. Is there going to be any chance of looking at the past performance and having any results button to see how the race came out?
I believe that's in the new handy view, which will be a little behind the race replays coming on, as of last I heard. So
I love the colors, Oldy, on the surface. It's been really helpful for me today. Like some of these races, that's why Gulfstream was such a hard card, Oldy, and I like the middle of it was the play, right? I mean,
yeah.
But a lot of these horses have been switching surface and distances in a lot of these races this weekend. Is my point. Like, and so it was really helpful to be able to see the colors.
For sure. So Lone Star 524. Yeah, no, it really makes the surface change stand out.
Yeah.
524 race 3. And this is going to be the 2 horse or the 2 breaking from the 2 post. We'll have to see in a minute. Here, I'm just waiting for it to load.
Line.
And it is going to be the 2 horse.
They're off. Leaping start for San Mateo Cat. Miraculous job by.
Still got to the lead.
Yeah, even with the miraculous start.
Katie is next. Then Get Ready Gal. Maya Pretty in the yellow. Moves by her into third. Get Ready Gal fourth. Brand Loyalty fifth. San Mateo Cat charging up the inside. The back 3 are is Moonlight Gambler, the late runner, in front of 1 Geometry as they circle that clubhouse turn. 9th Island, David Cabrera with the lead, a little more than a length. Hawkins Katie, Maya Pretty to the outside, and to the inside, Get Ready Gal. Those 2 are sharing the 3rd spot. Length and a half. Tis a Whiz up in between rivals. Is racing now in 5th, followed by San Mateo.
Tis a Whiz, what I say when I have to go to the bathroom.
And then a gap of 3. And Moonlight Gambler has been an unhurried ace into that front turn. Geometric is trailing the field.
See, Justin, you didn't know what you were getting yourself into a little over 2 years ago, right?
No, I was
2.5 years ago.
No, we always I love our shows, man. It's perfect.
Back to the inside, get ready, gal. Angles 3.
I mean,
and begins to be a bit more.
The horse needs the lead and was strong on the lead. Is the turf course the same there at Lone Star that now she runs here at Churchill? Like, I mean, she could be just dangerous if she gets loose. So I can see her angle. Wow.
All right, let's watch the other favorite here, the 5 Lush Lips on 1:10:25. If we still have time here, it looks like we do. So let me get that up here. $10:25. This is race 9, and this will be the 4 horse. So Lush Lips is the 4 horse here.
And runners away.
Broke a little slow.
Toward the rail for Designer Bag. Ramsey Pond has speed as Designer Bag wanders toward the inside. Lush Lips is a very keen leader. Lush Lips is now up and around Ramsey Pond. Takes the lead as the third goes off Martin.
The horse is like hopping over the grass.
Flip flops. Then sashay away. Toward the back is Carpe Diem.
Yeah.
The early trailer after a good break is Designer Bag. They run around the first turn. A couple of very keen leaders. The leader is Lush Lips, a length and a half. Ramsey Pond is second. Flip flops at the rail is now third. Designer Bag is in a world of hurt down toward the rail. Shuffled to last again while trying to improve her spot. Cheese is ridden for a mid-race move. Here's Cheese all the way up into 4th, and Cheese.
I'm keeping an eye on Churchill as well because they're heading towards the gate right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
23-3 for the opening quarter speed. They head down the backstretch now. And with the advantage, it's still Lush Lips by 3 parts of a length. Ramsey Pond is second.
We may have to cut this short.
I think you can. I'd flip over Oldy.
And Designer Bag is last.
Well, can you put the sound on for Churchill?
Yeah, I got you.
Waiting on 9th Island and Favor to You.
All right, I need the 6 or 4 in my daily double, Oldy.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Lush Lips, bit of an awkward start there. Leapt just a bit coming out of the gate. Love You Anyway with a good start. Something Stronger with a good start. And 9th Island 2. In behind is Princess Attitude. And Lush Lips is off the pace this afternoon. Something Stronger's on the pace and is leading up against the inside into the clubhouse turn. Love You Anyway racing in between second. 9th Island on the far outside while third. Princess Attitude settles in toward the rail 4th. Lush Lips reserved in 5th, just ahead of Vixen, who's covered up inside 6th. And Favor to You is the trailer for the backstretch run. And down the backstretch they go. The quarter goes in 24 seconds flat. And here's 9th Island, who comes on to take the lead, heading toward the far turn. 9th Island's in front. Something Stronger's racing second. They hit the far turn that way. Love You Anyway. Just off them, third outside, give it a nudge. Princess Attitude down inside 4th. Lush Lips cruising up into 5th. Vixen's in behind her 6th. Favor to You starts to muster up a rally on the far outside 7th as they work their way toward the top of the stretch. 9th Island, a big long shot in front at the quarter pole.
Come on, Fleur.
Something Stronger, cut the corner.
Somebody got to beat the 5.
It is cut loose to Vixen.
5
I guess the 5 can rate just fine.
To go. Lush Lips has kicked away in a big way. Lush Lips 5 clear to the wire.
Lush Lips just sunk my ships.
By 4 in the end. Princess Attitude got second, tight for third. Vixen or 9th Island.
All right. Lush Lips, much the best. We'll be back to Churchill in a bit, Oldie.
Yes.
Where We have Los Monmouth Park and Woodbine. Are we going to Woodbine, or what do you want to do here?
Lush lips, cutting back from a mile.
We got a grade 3 we covered at Woodbine.
Yeah.
Coming up next.
Oh, this was a good race. I remember. Why don't we go there? I thought the Selene Stakes. This was a good race.
For sure.
The 3-year-old Fillies. You had Serendipity, big GSR drop. Let's watch the race some real quick, Oldie. I had cut the 4, 7, and 8. It looks like 2 has no speed. 5 speed GSR drop, no time. Who did I put on top here? 2, 1.
I like the 1. And I mean, the speed question here is whether the 6 is going to go. 6 and 3 are both going for Cassie early with the 5. I tossed the 5 because the trainer is 0% on the trainer change move.
Yeah, I mean, Josie Carroll, stopped here in a 66 right on the dirt in the slop. Now on a synthetic track, big GSR drop, right, Oldie? So
yep.
I'm with you on pulling. I didn't like the 5 either. The 3 is likely to show speed, probably needs the lead, right?
I think so, yes.
I think this horse has got to go to the lead. I think this horse could get the lead. It can be on the inside of the 5. And then, you have the 6. I'm not sure what's happening here, but this horse probably not going to the lead, but I don't know. And then
keep in mind the 3 and the 6, 3, 6, and 2 are all from the same barn.
Yeah, so Cassie, and then this is the horse that's closing 6-1. I believe you and I are on both the same horses, the 1 and the 2, right?
Yeah.
Correct. The 1 was the Brendan Walsh taking money to be expected. These are tougher races, right? Oldie, and 2 Churn should be no issue. Ran here, has run well at 8 and 7. Once at Turfway Park. Not bad. This horse should be coming into form, find a good spot. And then for me also, it was the other Cassie, essentially. Like, I think the pace stops here, so.
I agree. Totally agree with you here. You also have a pick 4 coming up here. I don't think there's really time to put anything together, but
I like the 5 in the next race. I don't know who is. Oh, the 5 is Patches. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Patches winning, so that's what's happening. So that's where I would be. What's the double probable? We said 1, 2. It's not the 1 into Patches is 7-1. And then the 2 into Patches is 21-1. That's what I'm doing, Ollie.
All
right, they're about to go. You want to pull up the video?
Sure, let's do it. Hold on, I just got to get this rearranged. It's giving me a problem here. Hold on. There it is.
We should, at Gulfstream Park, they have a good handicap race, Oldie.
All right. We also have a stakes race at Laurel coming up as well.
I think.
No sound yet. Oh, did I hit the share button?
No, it didn't. It didn't show up yet.
Because you're still sharing. That's why.
It has your ticket.
And going straight to the front. Serendipity, away sharply, no time. Handy Madame Obey, not a trouble, coming across well from the outside and skimming the rail. Something about her just on the inside is mid-pack. And then came Ella It Is, Crystal Air. The trail about 3 behind this, 'Tis Her Money. Showing the way out the stretch is Serendipity, no time. Fighting the rider slightly and going forward, not a trouble, into second spot. Relaxing well with the neck down is Madame Obey. Tucked away is Something About Her on the inside midfield. A length behind them came Ella It Is, 'Tis Her Money, and last of all is Crystal Air. Showing the way without any pressure is Serendipity for Rafael Hernandez. It leads by about a length to Not a Trouble. 1 away third is No Time. A length and a half, Madame Obey. Something About Her coming forward on the inside. 2 to Ella It Is, Crystal Air the
with
other.
This soft of a pace, if the 5 doesn't win,
towards the half mile with Serendipity relaxed in the lead by a length to Not a Trouble. No Time on the inside. A length away, Madame Obey. There's been no moves at all. Something About Her on the inside from Crystal Air, 'Tis Her Money. And last of all is Ella It Is. They race to the 3/8 and Serendipity has every reason to go on. Not a Trouble's making a bid for the lead, but Serendipity quickening. And as they sprint down towards the 5/16, she and Not a Trouble raced away, coming into the clear. Something About Her, and is 3 behind as they corner. And Serendipity leads into the stretch in the Selene Stakes. Not a Trouble in second, and down the centre, Something About Her. And coming home well is 'Tis Her Money, right out wide on the track, and well clear. Serendipity marched away. 'Tis Her Money tearing home at the rate of knots. Right down the outside is flying home, but Serendipity stole a winning break. And a beautiful winning ride. Rafael Hernandez, Serendipity by 2.5 lengths. 'Tis Her Money second, a similar margin.
Right.
Something About Her third.
Sometimes
they just let that horse walk on the front end. Okay, we have Gulfstream and Laurel. Do we want to venture a guess who goes off first? Here at Laurel, we have the Chikari race.
Let's do the double box. And I don't care what we listen to. I want to watch the Gulfstream race. I have the 1 and the 3 and the pick 6. I think it was $46. But let's just watch them both. Yeah, see, that's perfect, Oldy. Look at that.
See if we can slide it a little bit. There we go. Looks like Gulfstream's going to go in first, so we'll listen to that sound.
Rex, Woodbine's a great track to play. And they show the video, which is incredible, but they have incredible racing.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 8, the Portofino Bay feature race of the afternoon. Mrs. Gambolini is the favorite. Cousin Christy completes the
sounds like a fake name.
Miss Gambolini?
Cousin Christy.
Yes.
Yeah. She topped here, man. I mean, I thought the 3 also had a shot. Great Venezuela.
Locked in, all set. Racing in the Portofino Bay. The 2 favorites were away well today, but Mrs. Gambolini beat for speed by Trumpets, who's on to take over. Great Venezuela is going to land the tracking spot, so the favorite, Miss Gambolini, is down at the inside in third. Out in the center is Cousin Christy in the run to the half-mile point.
Looks like Laurel's going to wait for us, so I'll go full speed.
Perez is leaving the rail open for Mrs. Gambolini. She'll take a pocket ride in second. Up on the outside, Great Venezuela well situated, so no excuses for the favorites today. They both had tactical disadvantages in their most recent effort, but none to speak of today through a 21-4 opening quarter. Cousin Christie's outgunned at the back. Trumpets has the lead. Great Venezuela is second. Mrs. Gambolini, now she'd love a rail run. She's now third, and trying to slam the door on her as Trumpets as they reach the top of the stretch. Great Venezuela has the lead. At the inside, Mrs. Gambolini from between horses, Trumpets. Great Venezuela down the center with the right kick, and she takes the lead. Mrs. Gambolini is second. They come past the 16th pole, and Great Venezuela has the lead. It's Great Venezuela for Victor Barboza Jr. to win the Saturday feature by a length and a half. Mrs. Gambolini second. Trumpets ran third, then Cousin Christy.
I have the 3 on top there, Oldy. I used them both. The daily double was so short out of Love Actually in the last race, but it was still worth the bet. I talked about it, but that 4 took so much more money going out of the daily double versus going in. Like we had a 12-1 though in the first part of that daily double. All right, so what are we on here?
We talked about Chikari, the 2-horse here, should win, but is completely laid eggs the last 2 times out.
This race, not race 10. I was on the 2 or the 5, King Max, huh? Chikari.
I forgot about the 5.
King Max.
Wolfie's Dynagos had a little look. I was on the 2 or 5 though. I don't love this race.
King.
7 taking a lot of money.
Wolfie's kind of was a popular horse at one point.
I know. We covered that horse for a long time.
Seemed an even break. Wolfie's Dynagos going to show first from King Max right up there. So it's going to be Wolfie's Dynagos just in front. Now, second is Trickery. On the outside, King Max is right there, matching strides early with Trickery for the second spot. They're followed by Summer Cause is just in behind that group, saving ground around that first turn. Outside of that is Omni King. Then it's Siege of Boston and Crystal Quest is in the back. 7 or 8 lengths will cover front to back. Wolfie's Dynagos through 24-second opening quarter mile. Leads the way by almost 2 lengths from King Max on hold in second. Trickery down inside up close there third, just 3 lengths from the front. Omni King is next in fourth, and Summer Cause is in fifth. Siege of Boston, Crystal Quest is still last of them all. In between rivals is Crystal Quest as they head on for the far turn. Wolfie's Dynagos, even pace, 48 seconds to the half mile. And so Wolfie's Dynagos takes them along for the far turn. Almost 2 lengths in front from King Max in second. Trickery asks for a little more from third. Omni King is racing in fourth position. Crystal Quest is in between horses still. Siege of Boston out 3 or 4 wide around the turn, and Summer Cause is trailing the field. Midway on the final turn, Wolfie's Dynagos at an even pace throughout. Tries to save something for that stretch run and tries to kick away now. Trickery on the inside and King Max on the outside. They're head-to-head for second. Crystal Quest is unleashed to the far outside, but time is running out. Wolfie's Dynagos in front and Sheldon Russell trying to pull it off all the way. Masterful ride. Wolfie's Dynagos slowed it down, got plenty left to win going away in the
ninth race is up next. Today's 9th race to start the Elite Pick 3.
Again, Trickery just may not be the I mean, obviously still the same horse. Like, it's not a different horse, but just may not be the same horse. I mean, that horse should have won that race easily. But so I had 20 to win, and I have a $20 double into the next 2 Dean Delivers.
Nice.
Because check out what's left of our next race here at Laurel, Justin.
No, what happened? Half the field scratched?
Yes. And we watched that Dean Deliver race on the preview show too. That had Subject 8 and Dean Deliver in it. But
hey, Oldy, I also played that pick 3. I forgot I played the pick 3 at Gulfstream. You know, I played the pick 6. Yeah. The pick 3 paid 90 to 1. On the pick 3. Yeah, I know. Like, I didn't give that one out on the video, you all, but I did talk about it. But get that daily double, we gave out 33 to 1. But you played it cheap, man. You could play as cheap as $8, $4. All right. I have a bunch in the next races in the pick 6. Nice. So, but I'm also singled in the last leg. All right.
Let's get you there, though. Let's make it matter.
Let's see. We're going to Belmont.
Going to Belmont. We got 9 furlongs on the outer turf course, or Aqueduct. Maiden special weight. You have a 3 to 5 favorite. Or I'm guessing when I click on it is a Chad Brown.
Wait. Let's not do it yet. We're in New York. So anybody on the turf besides Chad? The 3. Who's riding? Can't check. Maybe it's a Fletcher.
No, it's actually Graham Motion.
Motion. Yeah.
I mean, this horse was close last time out, but this.
What about the 4 with Lascano on the turf with the GSR increase off the dirt? And that horse ran well, and it's the long shot. I'm on the 4. I've made my decision, I think, Oldy. 6 horse, but man.
I'm just looking to see.
Elliott for Ortiz.
Looks like a lot of speed signed on for this longer race. I'm just looking to see. I mean, the 9, the GSR is terrible. I can't get on board with that. How about the 10, come full circle? Doesn't really show much speed, has a big GSR. 3rd career race. Might get the pace to run into.
Oh, I mean, yeah, let's
see if we get rid of
Lane Leslie on the turf. I'm liking Jose Lascano on this 4 horse, Oldy. Like, I love Lascano on long shots on the turf in New York, and you get the GSR and he hits good with Serpe. I mean, second time out, like.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe that horse will surprise us and be able to rate too. Let's see if we can, how close they're getting here. About a minute to post. They're mulling around a little bit. Let's see, do we have any race replays on any of these? Kelly Breen horse, who I don't think is a turf horse. What about the 7 with Carmouche aboard?
I mean, looks like Mr. David Harrison called this horse out. Yeah, I mean, I like this. I mean, look at the increase in it. They went just 1 sprint to 2 turns. A lot of times we'll talk about 2 turns, 2 sprints to 1 turn sometimes, right? But this horse has every ability to improve here. Oldie's still going 9 furlongs as well, stretching out, and should appreciate the added ground. Like, I'm with you. It's a homebred as well for Greg Hawkins.
Let's see if you throw out this 3.
Wait, what's the play here? Like, what are you trying to come up with?
Something to beat the 3 here.
Well, it's the 3, the 4, or the 7, I think have a shot.
Let's see what else we have here. It wants a single and the single speed here. I don't know that this horse will get home because it hasn't. I don't know if I'll come up with anything in time here in the way of a single. It's all turf except for 1 leg too. And this non-winner of 3 lifetime race looks awful.
Dude, that's a crazy sequence. I have 0 opinion. Sorry, y'all. If anybody was.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to put anything together in time.
This is a good sequence in New York for pick 4. Good weather too. The 4 taking money, Oldie, and I agree on your 7.
How many times do we say we should have played an oldie Justin Exacta? So I'm going to play an oldie Justin Exacta.
I'm down.
Come full circle.
I'm yelling timber.
That's to load to the outside.
Yeah, don't play this, guys.
Bring up Arches Assault.
Whoa, what's happening?
The one's going face first into the gate. You asked. I mean,
well, they're gonna go. Aren't they gonna back this horse out? Yeah. Backed out. I mean, can't they? Even if this horse scratched, can't they just? Oh, reloading? Maybe.
Looks like it.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
Okay, but
goes back in. All set. And Arches Assault flashes early speed. Clipmaster is in that early mix. Now takes back his Terminal Velocity. Will take the front. It's Terminal Velocity. Who's got
before got a much easier lead than I was expecting.
Right there at the rail. Tight hold on Arches Assault and Tinabar. Has joined them. Is now going to be in the third position, just stalking that pace setter. They work into that turn.
Perfect, Oldy.
Who's tipped off the rails in the 2-path, and that drifts out Mo 88, just a touch wide, is back there in 5th. Nowhere to go right now for Sir Oscar. Wants to go. It's a handful there as they get set to work to the backstretch, just followed by Before the Wind. The 2 at the back come full circle, and Sunshine
You
Dancer.
slow it down, though.
They work to the backstretch in
For
22
sure.
and 4 for that opening quarter mile. Terminal Velocity with mild pressure here from Tinabar towards the outside. Arches Assault. It's under a tight hold as well as wants
Almost
to go.
48. Wow.
37 and 4 posted half-mile time. Clipmaster still at the rail is now in 4th, challenging 4th there with Mo 88, who's there in 5th. Behind them, Sir Oscar still waiting for room. Before the Wind gets the first run. Less than a half-mile to go. The 2 trailers still come full circle, and
Here's 7.
Into the turn, and Tinabar is ready to challenge Terminal Velocity. These two head and head. Arches Assault. It's tipped off the rail, still tugging at Ruben Silvera, moves forward, out wider Before the Wind. That's the leading quartet as they approach.
Come on, 4B game.
Across the course, the leader is Terminal Velocity.
Come on, get the one out, Oldy. No 3.
Center of the course. Also, Sir Oscar now.
Come on.
Come on, 7.
A lot of momentum too.
Hang on.
Still gutting it out.
Get up 4. Get up 4. Beat the 3.
Come on, stay up 4. Come on, stay up 4.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, nice call, Justin. We almost had a big Exacta.
I know, man. That was close, brother.
We definitely identified the 2 runners other than the favorite there. All right, we got
7
Churchill.
to 1.
Yeah. Churchill, Booth, you're getting 2 to 1 on. I'm shocked at that price.
I mean, I got a better price on Booth, Oldy, on that Pimlico pick 4, whatever it was a month ago. And the horse just didn't get a ton of respect that day. You know, the morning, I guess it's getting respect today. I mean,
maybe a little.
The thing is, if you're against the 3, Oldy, which I'm not, but if you are, I mean, you're going to go a lot of different ways.
For sure. But I don't get the 1 at all.
Happy as the choice showed up here, Oldy. Happy as the choice landed here in the Kelly's Landing Stakes.
And puts Ray Lou aboard. But, you know, I think this horse has a big shot here. You know, the more I think about it, the more I just keep thinking Booth. with the pace advantage. It just depends on how much faster Booth is than Roll On Big Joe. If that happens, I think the 6 and the 8 are the two threats, not the one Dr. Venkman.
No, I agree with you. I thought the 6 had a shot. The 6 is the second pick. I wouldn't use anything more than a couple horses there if I was playing. Either you like the 3 or you don't. I like the 3. I'm surprised that the 6 showed up there. I see the 4 and the 5 both scratched at race 10, Oldy.
Yes. For me, the 9 now has a little bit of a look, as well as the 6 taking candy that you liked on the front end.
Yeah. I agree. Jose, Cherie, you have Saez on the 9. They're both going to be aggressive. That's a good race. I'm completely against Sierra Leone, but Skippy scratched, so that was disappointing to me, Oldie.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in that race, Mind Frame's my top pick there now, based on the scratches. And I think Mystic Dan being a horse for the course is tough to leave off there. As well, I'm putting together a little, let's see if this comes up.
That race.
Sorry, let me try this again, see if it comes, as I refresh it, if this comes up. Right, there we go. So I ended up going all 1, 2, 5, and then all with Booth.
Yeah, I could see you. Oh, and then you went. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I see that. I like the 6 as well as a price in the first race, but I just have to go. But you went all and everything, so it's a good sequence. You know what I mean. I like the 3 there, and if somebody gonna upset, I like Happy as a choice. So
the grade 3 Kelly's Landing. I don't think we have time to put on any of these races that we could show. It's really probably going to be a matter of whether Roll On Big Joe can go with Booth. And the thing is, I can cover for $10. I can cover Happy as a choice and make money. And if I wanted to say $20, Durante too, who I think is the other threat. Just with win bets. And be no worse than break even. All right, 2 minutes to post here. Graham in his motion. We have the grade 3 Kelly's Landing Stakes. Let's watch the race sim in the meantime, while we wait here. And they're going behind the gate. Luckily, the race sim does not take as much time as a horse to run a race.
I got some. 9 to 5 still. What's the exact? The 3-1 is Oldie is 8 to 1. The 3-6 is about 26 to 1. Wow,
nice.
I like that. 6-3 is 50 to 1.
The thing is that the 8 really that run by the 8 kind of came out of nowhere. last time, and
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not sure that that's going to be repeatable.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time.
looks like it's raining.
Yeah, a little bit.
Waiting for Booth, Roland Big Joe, and Durante.
Wow, the one is the current favorite, Oldy.
Dr. Venkman, which of course is the name of one of the characters from Ghostbusters. I believe Dan Aykroyd's character.
They're in the game. And they're off. Good start, Roland Big Joe out of the Conqueror. Booth is there. Dr. Venkman backs out. Durante comes on from the far outside as well. Onto the main track they go. Booth in front, but there's company. Roland Big Joe is right alongside second. Durante chasing them third. Dr. Venkman comes through toward the inside fourth. Octo the Conqueror in between fifth. 3 lengths back. Red Flag in sixth. Happy as a Choice in seventh. And Long Shot Free Technique, the trailer. Booth, the leader, with 4 furlongs to go, negotiates an opening quarter in 22-1. They're on the far turn. Booth in front. Roland Big Joe right up alongside, pressing and pushing this pace past the 3/8 pole. A length and a half back to Durante. Dr. Venkman set to strike inside fourth. Happy as a Choice and Red Flag as they hit the top of the stretch. Booth turns him in. Roland Big Joe comes up alongside. Roland Big Joe puts a nose in front. Roland Big Joe the leader. Booth has to battle back. Dr. Venkman is hemmed in, pinned in, trying to find a seam. Durante wandering about. They have to catch Roland Big Joe. Dr. Venkman shakes loose, late down inside. Durante outside, down to the wire. Roland Big Joe got it.
Wow.
Holding on to
Did not think Roland Big Joe was that good.
Dr. Venkman and
the other speed horse, Oldy.
Yes. All right, we can maybe squeeze in a Monmouth race in between.
What time's Gulfstream?
Gulfstream is 5 minutes away, and the next graded stakes at Woodbine is 6 minutes with Patches, and My Boy Prince is 5 minutes away. And Woodbine will actually go off on time. That's the problem. In fact, Gulfstream announces 6 minutes, so it looks like Woodbine will go first. But here, as I look, so let's talk about this Woodbine race.
Well, show favorite Patches, Oldy.
Yeah, show favorite Patches. Your 4 to 5 favorite going against My Boy Prince, the Gary Barber Mark Cassie horse, who disappointed in the King's Plate last year on synthetic and did have a nice win at 6 furlongs in the elusive quality first off the layoff. I think we also, I wonder if our other horse, our other horse must have gone in the last race. But Dresden Rowe looks like he could close. He did win the Ontario Derby. There is a GSR drop there, but it's a long shot at 9-1. And Play Me a Tune for Josie Carroll there as well. Might have a chance off the pace if they go too fast. But I like Patches here.
Yeah, I was with you. I mean, and we haven't got to see Patches race very much on the turf, and I don't think it's a problem at all. I mean, 12 of 15 is so incredible, and has won on the turf 2 of 3 times. Once at 5, sprinting right off the lead. Once at 6 on the lead, kind of a contentious pace in a grade 2-3 back. So I think he has to improve, but I don't really see any reason why not. Came off the layoff, second off the layoff, get to the turf. I think it's great. I know it's going to be competitive with my boy Prince, but I think he gets the job done.
Yeah, I mean, he did almost beat, in that race, and you guys were on me about the fact I didn't pick Patches there, but the one race he's lost of recent vintage was against former Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint champion Noble. So
yeah. And I think just a really nice horse, kind of like we saw Thorpedo Anna earlier, right? Yeah. I mean, she's incredible. Patches up here at Woodbine. I mean, a very, very nice horse and fun to watch. I mean, always a great race. So that's where I'm at, Oldy. I'm with you. You and I on Patches.
A lot of wind at Woodbine right now. I don't know how that's going to affect the races, but it's very, very windy there. I'll go ahead and bring this up. I would compare Patches maybe to maybe a little less versatile than the Chosen Vron, but I think that's an accurate comparison as well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And by a little less versatile, they both won graded stakes on multiple surfaces. Just the Chosen Vron also won going 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there.
On the way across now to the EP Taylor Turf for today's Highlander Stakes. The first of 2 stakes races to be run on the EP Taylor, which is officially a good going. In lane 1 now, touching into odds on is Patches O'Houlihan at 4-5. My Boy Prince is 2-1, and then a bit of a gap out to Play Me a Tune at 6-1. And under double figure odds, Dresden Rowe, who's at 8-1. So they're coming forward for the bet 365 Highlander Stakes.
All right, let's see if we can dodge some wrenches here. And then we'll get over to Gulfstream as quickly as possible.
First to go in is My Boy Prince, headed across. Coming up in the Gary Barber Silks, Sahin Savachi going in to gate 1, followed up by Play Me a Tune, who is a little resistant, but now being trotted to the gate. Play Me a Tune moves forward. Dylan Davis riding Niagara Skyline has gate number 3. Next along is the favorite, Patches O'Houlihan, steps straight in. Old Chestnut going up. And the last along is Dresden Rowe. Stand by for the start of the bet 365 Highlander Stakes, the grade 2. Back in action, Dresden Rowe for Ryan Munger, the outside gate. They're all in and they stand well. Locked. Off their race, Dresden Rowe and Patches O'Houlihan best away. Patches O'Houlihan in the center going clear from Old Chestnut. My Boy Prince coming right through like a bullet on the inside and is within a half a length of Patches O'Houlihan. Old Chestnut is third from Niagara Skyline. Back second last, Play Me a Tune, and last is Dresden Rowe. Patches O'Houlihan shows the way and got out by about 2 lengths to My Boy Prince, who's in second. A length away third is Old Chestnut from Niagara Skyline up the inside. Play Me
I'm
a
interested
Tune.
to see this
And on
time.
the outer, Dresden Rowe's back to last.
Yeah,
Patches O'Houlihan racing through the opening quarter in
Look at
22
the
seconds
jockey
by
seems
2.5
to
lengths
still
now. Length and a half as My Boy
really,
Prince tries to make inroads,
like,
running off
struggling.
here. Patches O'Houlihan and
Look
My
at-
Boy Prince is coming right up on the inside to go through. Patches O'Houlihan veered
Come
off,
on, Patches.
still in front.
Keep
My
going.
Boy Prince on the inside.
Get
They've
away.
raced away, and then came Niagara Skyline and Play Me a Tune, drifting
Stop
off a line
feeding to the
badly.
sun.
Patches O'Houlihan
Where
on the
Patches
inside.
going?
My Boy Prince tries to make a race of it.
Patches.
Patches O'Houlihan right out wide on the track, veering off.
Come
Trying to
on.
hang on here, Sophia Vives, all over the place. But Patches
Oh, no.
O'Houlihan wide out
Get out.
has won
He
for
got
My
it.
Boy
Oh,
Prince.
I think,
In Dresden Rome, Play
I
Me a
think we
Tune.
still
It was a
got there.
torrid
Yeah, I think
spectacle in some
He
ways.
really had to dodge some
1:39.
wrenches and some balls there, but
oh my gosh. The jockey, I was trying not to talk too much, Oldy, because,
I wonder
you
if
can see was really struggling even before the turn. The jockey was like really back in the stirrups. Arms were like stretched out. And then you could see Patches was going to struggle at the turn there and then just really lugged out.
I wonder if maybe he lost the right stirrup or broke.
Yeah.
It kind of looked that way. He couldn't stop the horse from going right.
He had his arms like stretched out for a long period of
22,
time.
the half a mile was 44
Trying to see
and
if you
1.
can see if the foot's
55 and 2 for the 5/8, 1:8:39
looks
is
like
the
it's still
time.
in there. I think Patches still got it. I mean, I don't know why My Boy Prince came out that wide after that, though. Clearly, Patches won that.
I think My Boy Prince the jockey was trying to make sure that My Boy Prince could see Patches, I think, Oldy, because Patches was so far out, right? And
yeah, I don't know why the photo is taking that long. Even though actually the third and fourth place photo was really close too. All right, we'll come back to that. What did you have here?
Number 5, Patches O'Houlihan.
Okay.
Second is 1, My Boy
I have
Prince. Third is 8.
Oldy in Gulfstream Park race 9. I have no 3 and no 9, but I have everybody else.
Just once I'd like the race caller to scream, if you can dodge a wrench when he wins. Because Patches is the dodgeball trainer in the movie Dodgeball. He's the old-time dodgeball player.
That was fun, Oldy.
Yeah, for sure. It is Patches O'Houlihan. All right, what horses do you have here?
I have everybody, but no 3 or no 9.
Okay, no
We
3, no 9.
Spread in this race.
Let's get a price here.
Just about ready. We're waiting for the outside horse, Ocala Rocket, to complete the line. They're at the post.
And we're going to...
Late pick 3 starts on turf, and they're off. Rashid away quickly from his inside gate and reaches out for the early lead. A wall of pursuers, including the gray Steel and Bases, and from between Wineman Tracks. Wineman Tracks and Rashid kick on. Steel and Bases is now third from the inside. Son of a Slew races into a joint fourth alongside Message from the King. Centeza's trying to get over. Ocala Rocket is already over. Second last, West Hampton, the early trailer, the late running Saratoga Cruiser. The run around the first turn, 24 and 4 for a very reasonable opening quarter. Rashid has him stacked and packed behind him. He leads by a length and a half. Wineman Track second, Steel and Bases third. Centeza moves up on the outside to take a joint third position now. Back from fifth, it's Message from the King. Outside sixth is Ocala Rocket. Son of a Slew is at the inside, and the two at the back, West Hampton and Saratoga Cruiser. They go to the half-mile point. Rashid getting a fairly easy time of it under Jaramillo. He went 49 and 1 to the opening half-mile station, and he leads by almost 2. Steel and Bases is the gray at the rail. Alongside him is Wineman Tracks. Working a bit harder while 3 wide is Centeza. Moving out the rail, Message from the King. Ocala Rocket kickstarts a 4-wide bid, held up at the rail, Son of a Slew, then West Hampton and Saratoga Cruiser. They speed around the far turn. Rashid trying to brave it up. Rashid to the top of the stretch. He leads now by 3. Stealing bases is second. Son of a Slew is stuck in traffic. Saratoga Cruiser widest of all. Rashid still rolling. 7-1 on Rashid, an eighth of a mile out. Masterfully handled in 3 in front. From between horses, Message from the King. Ocala Rocket, Son of a Slew at the rail. Saratoga Cruiser on late. Rashid with no dangers. Rashid, gate to wire. Message from the King second. Son of a Slew third.
I even talked about that horse doing that, Oldy, in my daily video.
At this point,
wow.
Now asked for a little more run. About the 3 pass, Subrogate is third and trying to gain toward the quarter pole. And Caramel Chip has to pick it up. Celtic Contender turns in. Celtic Contender from Dean delivers by almost 2 through a 45 and 2/5 half-mile fraction. So Celtic Contender's been speeding along, and Subrogate unwinding on the outside. Subrogate, Celtic Contender the lead, and Caramel Chip has come alive. Caramel Chip in between horses trying to come through gamely. Not a lot of room there. Here's Subrogate. Subrogate wears down Celtic Contender. Caramel Chip was third, and La Franche de Francis.
What horse number 1 there, Oldy?
The 5, Subrogate. So Dean Delivers and Subrogate finished 1-2 last time they ran, and this time Subrogate dropped back further and got up on the speed stop there. And I think we're back to Belmont. I'm just looking to see if Los Al changed their, or Emerald. We got Emerald. Want to do an Emerald race?
Yeah. Big favorite. Alex Cruz, he's always the top jock out there. Stay in Love. Remember the audio there, Oldie. That's our big big issue. But I
mean, can this 5 go with the? I mean, the 5 looks like he has more class than the favorite.
Well, speed's always dangerous at Emerald. I mean, I don't think the 6 probably fits here. I don't think the 4 fits here, Oldie. I mean, Princess Peyton probably going to pick up the pieces, but I'm not sure that she can win. I mean, the 5's the better value versus the 3 because the 5 could get the lead.
I mean, the 3 won against 2.5 non-winners of 2 last time.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 38 SOR.
And the 1 won the last time it was at that when it was at that level as well. Let's see. So, yeah, I don't think the 4 can win. And 6 kind of looks like it needs a. Well, maybe it can rate a little bit. Maybe the 6 is the other one, the long shot there.
I don't know. No,
they're doing it again.
Yeah, they always. You have to kind of wait till they get to.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get it to shut off. There we go.
There you go. I don't know. I feel like I'm on the 5 over the 3 almost.
Yeah, no, I agree on the 5.
But they're all. But now the 5's 5-2 and the 1's 5-2. Like it just.
Probably not playable.
I don't think so, Oldie. And then you have Big A, and then we have Churchill race 10 on the turf, right?
Yep.
Why don't you show the Emerald race? I'm gonna run the restroom and check on my kids.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Looking at the Big A, by the way. Let's look at maybe the 9 Dulce Serra may sit a trip. There, that might be where I would go. And maybe the 1, no, the 1's cheap. Yeah, I think the 9 Dulce Serra could sit a trip here at Aqueduct. Going in the gate at Emerald.
Jake Drew works with Hidden Tiger number 5. Kevin Orozco dismounted for the moment. He'll climb aboard once they get her squared away in the starting gate. Sorority Party outside post. Here comes Princess Tepin to the inside post. Big Caddy, center of the gate. Now the girls are in. And runners away. It was a good start for Sorority Party. Hidden Tiger jumped away alertly as well. On the go is Stay in Love just back of the lead pair. 2.5 clear of Princess Peyton to Big Caddy at the back. They sprint up for the backstretch run just over a half mile away. Hidden Tiger at the inside just in front. Sorority Party is right there, and now they're joined by Stay in Love, a snug third on the outside as they race to the far turn. Gap of 4 back to Princess Peyton. Big Caddy runs with that one. Into the turn after an opening quarter of 21.73. Hidden Tiger continues with a short lead. Sorority Party is right there to shadow the leader and Stay in Love on the outside. 3 across the track as they run to the top of the stretch. Stay in Love went wide head of the lane. They round the turn and run for home now. Sorority Party digs in at the inside. Hidden Tiger. Stay in Love is back on track, center of the course. 150 yards to go. This one wide open. Sorority Party. Here comes Stay in Love. And now Princess Peyton splits horses late. Princess Peyton up to win it by a length.
I'm sure there's going to be an inquiry there.
Second, close to show. Big Caddy.
Chat's kind of quiet, guys. What's going on? Am I not refreshing? You guys, how are your bets going? Let's chat it up here a little bit. All right, and we have Belmont. I mentioned the 9-horse Dulce Serra as a possibility at Belmont. Hopefully Justin can get the sound on for everybody.
Set up. Moving forward. Goes in. All set. And Danielle breaks with early speed. So does Florida Flower in that early mix too. Joining them, the Rodeo Star towards the inside, and now Rodeo Star puts a neck in front. Lady Arwen is moving throughout the rail, is now going to get 10 for that early lead as they get set to come out of the chute. They are lined up behind Rodeo Star. Ruben Silvera, they're going to control the tempo early. At the rail, out comes Lady Arwen, right towards the outside. Moving forward, there comes Harlan's Bond. It's going to be in that early mix. So they're 3 wide is Florida Flower. 4 wide is going to be Foxy Carrot. Those 4 all chasing the leader, Rodeo Star. 3:23 second flat, opening quarter mile. Just behind them in 6th, there is Daniil, who's progressing forward. The inside here of Soul Secret, out wider, Dolce Seta, and Triller, Amity Island. Less than a half mile to go. They work into the far turn, 45, 5, and 4. That half-mile time, Rodeo Star is in front. It's Rodeo Star trying to take them all the way. Here comes Harlan's Bond, who's in pursuit. Stalking presence is now encouraged to move forward by Jose Lescano, and is still Harlan's Bond trying to chase Rodeo Star. Rodeo Star approaches a quarter mile left to go, and Rodeo Star is in front. Here's the outside. That is Harlan's Bond is in pursuit. Jose Gomez aboard there, and at the rail comes Lady Arwen. Also trying to rally on there is Florida Flower. Foxy Cara starts to roll. Orange Cap, grandstand side, but Rodeo Star is still there. Rodeo Star, here's Florida Flower. They're trying to swarm this leader from every direction. Rodeo Star needs the line. At the rail, Lady Arwen bursts through. Lady Arwen up for the victory. Rodeo Star is in a photo there with Florida Flower. Foxy Cara is back there with Harlan's Bond. In 1 minute 37.58 seconds.
All right. Let's move to Churchill, and we can show some. We got. So let's start with Mi Hermano Ramon in the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile.
Shane was just asking about Mi Hermano Ramon. Second, Scotty Pick. Fraser in town, right, Oldy?
Yep.
So this is which race?
This is the Shoemaker Mile, and should be the 7 horse.
Cabo Spirit now asserts himself and goes out for the lead. Goliad immediately takes second as they pass the stands. Then Mi Hermano Ramon, who is racing just outside of Zio Joe. The gray is Seminole Chief, who's down on the inside, 5 lengths off Goliad, who has now sprinted clear. Then King of Gosford leading off the pit. Seal Team is just inside of him. Formidable Man and Atitlan at the back of the field. Goliad has 1 way to go, and that's on the front end, and he's opened up 4 lengths on Cabo Spirit second. Another 3. Mi Hermano Ramon is well spotted third. Zio Joe takes 4th, heading to the half-mile pole. Then it's Seminole Chief. King of Gosford is just outside of Seal Team. Formidable Man in the pink has about a dozen to make up, and Atitlan behind him. Goliad, Cabo Spirit, 2.5 behind in second. Mi Hermano Ramon remains in third. Then comes Zio Joe, who's 5 off the pace. Another 3 back to King of Gosford and Formidable Man. They're at the top of the stretch. Cabo Spirit comes after Goliad. Mi Hermano Ramon is cut loose in the center, and King of Gosford is starting to storm home as well as Formidable Man, both of whom are absolutely flying. Cabo Spirit, Mi Hermano Ramon, King of Gosford's getting to them. King of Gosford, perfectly timed by Flavian Pratt to win the Shoemaker Mile. Mi Hermano Ramon.
I remember being on King of Gosford that day, Oldy.
Yeah. Let me just switch this up. Get the right screen back up here, and then I'll put that back up here. All right. So, my question, I guess, is, will Mi Hermano Ramon pass a horse, though?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have any? Well, we do actually have. Seminole Chief was also in that Shoemaker Mile and didn't run a lick. Your 6 Taking Candy, we do not have a race replay on. But if you throw out that Turf Classic, could be competitive here. And Laganos as well.
No, you have Woodbine up, Oldy.
It's showing the wrong tab, sorry.
Okay.
So Seminole Chief, we could watch that Appleton. Didn't run a lick.
So we have 4 minutes, so we can't. Just keep that in mind. So, well, it's up to you. I thought Taking I was 6, 7, 8. I'm surprised on how much money Fort Washington is taking, Oldy, is 2-1.
Yeah, I don't think there's that kind of pace here. I wonder if Mi Hermano Ramon finds himself on the lead here. I know the race sim doesn't show that, but that's being to the inside there and possibly being inside speed. It just depends, whether Seminole Chief can get in and can get out of the gate, which he's not done a good job of late.
I mean, you got to assume that Seminole Chief's getting the lead, Oldie. I mean, Luis Saez riding. He's gonna be aggressive.
He's just had so many gate issues.
Well, then, I like the 6 taking Candy. Something happens there, Jose gonna get the lead. The 6 is gonna be close to the front either way, right?
Right.
But doesn't mean that 6 can't win on the lead. I wouldn't expect it, but I don't know.
What's
not a huge. I placed a few bucks on taking Candy, the 6, but it's Fort Washington 9-5. My goodness.
I think that's also a product of the scratches. As well, that the money just needs somewhere to go.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The race was pretty wide open. That's why I like the price on the 5 or on the 6.
The 1's the only one that I think doesn't really have a chance that I would throw out.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they're going to go as fast as we saw in that Shoemaker Mile. Because 109 for 3/4 is very fast. All right, I will let you talk for a couple minutes here, and I'm going to take my first bathroom break of the day here.
All right. Churchill Downs, race number, see you soon, Oldy. Race number 10, the Wise Dan Stakes, 8.5 on the turf. Looks like they're approaching the gate. Again, competitive race. I thought Cherie DeVoe kind of had this race. Again, I was 6, 7, 8. I had the 6 on top, taking Candy. Jose might get the lead, doesn't need the lead. Can sit off the pace. Be fine at 8.5. Run really well at 8.5 at Saratoga both times. One, it's a step up. Easier, though, than the Grade 1 Turf Classic last out. That was tough. But Fort Washington currently the favorite 2-1. Brilliant Birdie 5-2. The other Cherie DeVoe. Ortiz. Mr. Jose been on fire over in Churchill Downs. All right, we're going to turn it over. Track announcer coming on. They are loading. Good luck if you are playing.
All right.
They're in the gate, and they're off. And a good start for Seminole Chief from the far outside, and a good start for Longinos down toward the rail. No one else is looking for that lead, so Seminole Chief decides to take it, and does so easily. And goes over toward the inside, the leader. Mi Hermano Ramon emerging from the pack to stalk second, under a hold there, though. Longinos settles inside third, and Brilliant Birdie is out in fourth, taking Candy down inside fifth, and Fort Washington is second to last early, and Longshot Henro is the trailer. Seminole Chief, the leader, and is cruising out there. No
Walking the dog.
Hermano Ramon.
Yeah, I mean, Louis.
Second as they hit the backstretch run. Seminole Chief walked that opening quarter mile. 24 and 4/5 second. Seminole Chief. The backstretch. Hermano Ramon second. Brilliant Birdie 2 lengths farther back third outside of Longinos. They're together third and fourth. Taking Candy. And behind them fifth. Fort Washington is sixth with a 50.5 mile to close into. And Henro is the trailer as they hit the far turn. Hermano Ramon makes a move now. Hermano Ramon quickly and decisively comes on to take the lead. Seminole Chief is under a ride already. Brilliant Birdie is honing in from third, and Fort Washington comes up on the far outside now fourth. They're off the turn. Hermano Ramon confronted by Brilliant Birdie. They wander outside together. In the meantime, Longinos and Taking Candy are coming up the rail. Fort Washington is fifth. Final
Come on, Taking Candy. Oh, 7 going to get there.
Candy now second. Longinos inside.
It's Balbev and Cherie DeVoe.
Cherie DeVoe, exactly.
And it's tight for second there. Taking Candy or Longinos. And then it was either Hermano Ramon or Fort Washington.
That's okay, Oldy. That was a good race.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we headed to
Gulfstream. We have if these times are right, let's take a look. We have your single in the pick 6 at Gulfstream, correct?
Not yet. Next, they got to get through this race.
All right, so what do you have in this race? It looks like 4 minutes to Gulfstream, and we're 5 minutes from Woodbine here, so we may have to do the split screen thing because we have a
let's see. Let's see the split video real quick.
Give me 1 sec. I'm getting it set up here. There we go. And why is it? Oh, because we were selling it.
Okay.
There we go.
So, Oldy, I have the 3, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
3, 5. I'm going to write this down. 3, 5,
6,
6, 10, 11, 14.
12, 13, 14, yeah.
12, 13, 14, sorry.
So the favorite in the doubles is the 10. The 10 and then the 8 and then my single. This is a tough race. This might have been the toughest race on the card at Gulfstream Park was race number 10.
So you didn't use the 36-1 8 that could blow up the board, but probably won't.
No, 8.
Let's see.
Just no 7, no 8, right? I think.
Yes, I believe so.
Just no 7, no 8. Yep.
And really, from looking at the race sim, it looks like the bettors are on the right horses here. Based on what the race sim shows. The 5's the only one that, the 5 and the 11 are the ones that don't seem to do well in the race sim. But the 14 misprint, I think, is a little interesting here.
Mm-hmm.
Might sit right off that cheap speed and pounce.
Both those horses that drew in definitely had a shot.
Because I'm looking like the 6 has been running on turf, big GSR drop. 3's been running against easier. And the 10's been running against similar but not winning.
Yeah.
So I could see the 13-14. I think the 12 might need the lead. And while we're waiting on that too, let's talk about Woodbine. There's really just two speed horses here, Essex Serpent and Fantastic Again. If they hook up, they could tire each other out, but it looks like our old friend Fly the W is against it here.
Yeah. we did both like the 8 in this race, I believe. Currently 5-1, Oldy.
Yeah. Was winning the race.
Yeah.
Wins the race sim. And it's just a matter of whether the 5 shows speed or not, because if not, Essex Serpent could get an easy lead. I mean, the 2 Fashionably Fab has races good enough. But again, it hasn't shown any kind of speed since early 24. You're getting 17-1 on that horse, though.
On which one?
On the 2-horse, Fashionably easy for somebody else to say. Multi-graded stakes winner, Fashionably Fab. Second off the layoff for Kevin Attard. Did not really run a lick last time out, though. Looks like Gulfstream's about to go in the gate.
So, no 7, no 8 at Gulfstream, Oldy.
No 7, no 8. No, me know how. All right, we're going to go in here. If both are going to go off at the same time, what audio do we want, guys?
Gulfstream.
All right, Gulfstream it is.
Draw me outside, Misprint will complete the line. Misprint and the late daily double. They remigate. And they're off. Misprint, like a bullet from the outside draw, is going to cross over and clear all the inside traffic. Misprint to the top. Headstrong second is No Action from the outside. That's EM's Treasure Girl in early third. Cosia is next. She's on heels a bit. Down at the inside goes Strand of Gold to race about 5 lengths behind. On her outside goes Lady Emily Catherine, a length better than Mia More. The 2 at the back include Jasai and Trendy as they round the first turn. No Action is in front. Misprint is second through a 24-4 opening quarter. Cosia is now third. Up on the outside, EM's Treasure Girl is an early fourth, followed fifth by Strand of Gold. Sixth is Lady Emily Catherine from Mia More, seventh. Eighth is Jasai. Ninth is Trendy. And 10th and last is Amazing Queen. Opening quarter in 24-4, they go to half mile from the wire. The leader, No Action, at a giant price, in front by almost a length through a 48-4 half mile. Up on the outside, Misprint is a closer second. Moving out the rail, Josiah is on a mid-race move, trying to secure the rail spot. She's in tight. Out 3 wide, EM's Treasure Girl. In the middle is Cosi. Strand of Gold has traffic issues. Bracketed in by Lady Emily Catherine, who's in the clear. Moving in from the back, that's Amazing Queen as they round the far turn. Misprint makes a break for it under Wilfred Vasquez. At the 3/4 in 12 and 4, it's Misprint on top by 5 and traveling well.
Come on,
Emily
14.
Catherine has rallied into second on her outside. Amazing Queen dropping
Hold
back.
on.
There's no action. Underway from the back. Strand of Gold. They're on their way home. Misprint committed for home, an eighth of a mile out with work to do as gaining on her both Amazing Queen and Lady Emily Catherine from 4th. Strand of Gold. Amazing Queen.
Come on, beat
Emily's
the
on
10.
the outside at the rail. It's Lady Emily Catherine.
Beat the 10.
Lady Emily Catherine
Nope.
kicks.
Nah.
Lady Emily Catherine wins.
It's
Second
all
was
right.
Amazing Queen. Close for third, Mia Mori or Strand of Gold.
Again, 3 parts to Essex Serpent coming up stylishly, and on the outside, fashionably fab and classic Motown, and back in the center, Stanley House from Bayless out dancing in denial and Fly the W. Fantastic again, narrowly. Essex Serpent trimming the margin as they corner, and Fantastic again, still in front of Essex Serpent. Stanley House in the clear is coming on, and on the inside, Bayless out, but Fantastic again. Victor Espinoza in front by 2 lengths on Fantastic again from Stanley House, and Fantastic again in full flight to the wire. A brilliant winning ride, and Fantastic again wins the Dominion Day. 3 parts Stanley House, 4 lengths away. Bayless out from.
Remember when we talked about Victor riding Oldy up at Woodbine for Wesley Ward? I was like, wait, what?
Well, the 7 didn't break, so it got an easy lead. The 5 got an easy lead there.
Oh.
All right, what do we have coming here?
Oldy, I'm gonna be right back.
All right. All right, looks like we have either race 12 at Laurel. Let's watch race 12 at Laurel. 6 has a big shot here at 6-1. I mean, the GSRs are all bad here. Maybe the 5 would be another one I'd look at.
Sorry, get off to baseball real quick.
Rock Bullet. Restless Renegade.
All the GSRs are bad in this race, by the way, Justin. At Laurel.
In the rough.
And we have the big one coming up, the Stephen F.
Regalo
Foster.
Perfetto is right there, along with Gordito, moving up on the outside on the chase.
It's been a good day,
Royal
Oldy.
Flush Hearts.
Yeah.
The turn they roll, Royal Flush Hearts opens up, lead 2.5 legs.
Oh, yes.
Royal
Come on,
Flush
Alan.
Hearts in front from Regalo Perfetto
get
back
that.
in second. And on the outside, Gordito is now third, another 2.5. Storm Force is racing in 4th position. Kevin of Blackrock is in 5th. All Fruits Ripe, followed by Imperial Spy, racing to the back of the pack with White Blue. And Rock Bullet is the tail of the field with Fiery Debut on the inside, who trails them.
Fire.
So it is Royal Flush Hearts, a long shot going for it up front. Royal Flush Hearts and Carabanas leading the way from Regalo Perfetto and Gordito third on the inside as they head on for the far turn run. It's still Royal Flush Hearts, no challengers yet. Outside, Regalo Perfetto tries to make a move there from the second spot. Gordito is racing in 3rd position. Kevin of
Gordito.
Blackrock is ridden along for a little more, and Storm Force out there in the 2-path, also under a ride. Imperial Spy is trying to come alive. Imperial Spy now moves on the outside to 5th position at the top of the stretch. They make the turn for home. Regalo Perfetto coloring Royal Flush Hearts to a narrow lead. Gordito is right there. Outside is Imperial Spy, followed by Storm Force, who battles on in between horses. And then All Fruits Ripe, a 16th left to go. It's Gordito on the outside in a real battle with Regalo
There we go, the
Perfetto.
6.
Regalo Perfetto digs down to win. Regalo Perfetto, Gordito second, Imperial Spy, and then All Fruits Ripe.
Top win there.
I like it.
9-2.
Now there's the racing calming down a little bit, Oldie.
Yep.
The days are coming to an end Churchill Downs, the Stephen Foster Oldie is coming up.
We have lots of replays we could show here. We've done a couple of the replays of the week this week with we have Mystic Dan in the Pegasus. We have Mindframe in the Grade 2 Gulfstream Mile. Nothing on First Mission. We have Hit Show in the Fayetteville, which I posted today. Or the Fayette. I want to call it the Fayetteville for some reason. But I'm actually surprised Sierra Leone's not the favorite right now, Justin.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Oldy. I don't love Sierra Leone here, but I thought would take money and likely be the favorite. But I also, I think with the scratch of Skippy, people then had to probably make a decision. I would be on Mindframe over Sierra Leone. So,
yeah,
of I originally being a Skippy fan here. So, I don't. This race though, it's kind of a head scratcher now that with the scratch of Skippy for me.
Well, and I think that Hit Show, Brad Cox says needs pace to run into. I watched an interview with him today. First Mission's got to prove something and get his grade 1 to them is what he said. But First Mission could be on or near the lead with Mindframe there.
Yeah, this pace is definitely a question.
Like I kind of like a 2-1-5 here. If I were to take a bomber, I like Hit or another horse. I actually like Hit Show over Sierra Leone here. Call me crazy.
You got to imagine Sierra Leone hits the board, but it's just not a great betting race for me, Oldie, because I don't really love any of these horses. Who did I was 3, and I'm trying to look back. 3-6-2. I was 3-6-2 originally, so I guess I'm 6-2 now. First Mission just not winning those grade 3s and grade 1s and not winning at Churchill is my concern, Oldie.
Yeah.
I mean, it did win the Ali Sheba, don't get me wrong, but romped in the Ali Sheba. But that was in the slop. I mean, it's not a sloppy track, still a fast track, so.
I don't know. And I think you could get a piece with Hit Show there. Underneath, maybe. I mean, it wouldn't be as crazy as Hit Show winning the Dubai World Cup.
Yeah, right.
Again, yeah. And maybe we should be putting more into that because he beat a horse that was equal to Sierra Leone in the Derby.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that Hit Show has the ability to improve was my thought, Oldie. And you'll get every bit of the price at, currently 11-1. So that's, for me, would be 2-6. I guess that's maybe try not even get. But the problem is Mystic Dan and Sierra Leone are nice horses, Oldie. So I don't know,
I just think it's a pace issue. And Mystic Dan's not going to want the lead. Mystic Dan's going to want to sit. You're going to want to get over to the rail and stalk just enough to get that rail position.
Mm-hmm. And
the question is, does First Mission go with Mindframe? Or does Mindframe go with First Mission? Because you could get a contentious enough pace.
Well, I mean, I think they're both going to go because Irad not going to just let Louis get loose on the lead. So
you could argue that for some of First Mission's worst races have been on the lead. Like that Stephen Foster, as an example, from last year. So they may not want to go to the lead. I mean, the horse's last 3 wins, one kit looks like it came pressing, the other 2 were stalking. Is what I see there. Guys, and while we're waiting for the Stephen Foster, please hit the like, subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. We'll play a little video for you on how to subscribe to the channel. Here, if I can find it. All right, thank you for watching that. Hopefully you choose to subscribe. We will continue posting content. We will continue with these live racing shows as well. We'll have the Indiana Derby live in stream next week from Horseshoe Indy, as well as the Indiana Oaks and all the races that go along with that. And we'll be covering Saratoga and the special meet that includes the Belmont Derby next week as well. All right, let's see. We are still 9 minutes away. Do we want to watch a race replay of, let's see what we have here. Do we want to watch Mystic Dan in the, well, no, a lot of those aren't useful. Let's see. Let's go with Mindframe and the Gulfstream Park Mile. So give me a second to get that queued up here. That was March. Nope, pulled the wrong one. Let me just double check I have the right date here. It is 3-1, okay. 3-1, and it is race 11. Race 11.
To the outside. Oh.
I'm not sure why the sound's so washed out though.
Back behind the speed, and that speed is
there we go.
By Encino, the early leader as they run out of the chute. Jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. comes off the inside with Mindframe, and now he's between horses. Out in the center is Counter Spy. From the outside, Lightning Tones is 4th, followed 5th by Shaq Diesel. Secret Chats to Gray in front of Awesome Train, and the late-running Steel Sunshine is last of all. The quarter speed was 24 seconds flat. Pretty easy opening quarter for Luis Saez and Encino. They lead by a length and a half. Mindframe is angled again. Now he's behind the second. Counter Spy, you can see. Irad's trying to work him to the clear, and he's there now. Mindframe at 1-9 is up into a joint third. Awesome Train is at the rail. Secret Chat is very wide with Lightning Tones. In between horses, Shaq Diesel and Steel Sunshine is last. The opening half mile in 46 and 3. Encino has the lead by a neck. Counter Spy is second, 4 wide Lightning Tones, 3 wide Mindframe. Now Lightning Tones is moving, so Irad has to move on Mindframe. He did, and he just took the lead. It's Mindframe who now has a clear lead. He's a length.
Mindframe.
The response was instant. Encino is running home from the inside again from last. Steel Sunshine underway. He angles 4 wide. 3/4, 10 and 2. They're straighting for the drive. It's the 4-year-old debut for the Maryland-bred Mindframe. He's an 1/8 of a mile out with work to do. Steel Sunshine is closing ground late. They come past the 16th hole. Mindframe looking around for competition. He'll find Steel Sunshine second, and that's where he'll stay. Mindframe comes back a winner. Mindframe at a big short number wins the Gulfstream Park Mile over Steel Sunshine and Lightning Tones.
All right. That is Mindframe winning the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Mile. We still have about 5 minutes left here. We could go back to the Bluegrass and watch Sierra Leone win the Bluegrass last year. So give me a second to get Keeneland up here, Justin. And that is 4-6. Race 10. And we are going to be the 10 horse.
Post. And they're off in the Toyota Bluegrass. There goes Top Connor out for the early lead. Top Connor right out of the gate and right to the front, just to touch up toward the outside to press the issue now in second. Door knock away third. Good Money is in fourth position. Epic Ride is a wide fifth. BU is away running in sixth. Steez the Gray between horses seventh. Lat Long a bit wide around the first turn. 3 lanes off the rail in eighth. Sierra Leone is in ninth position. Mugatu is last of the 10. Top Connor is the leader. Top Connor on top by 3/4 of a length, headed onto the back stretch. Just a touch goes second just off his flank in 23.15 seconds for the opening quarter. And then further back, Epic Ride is third by just a neck. Door Knock is fourth against the rail, just 2 lengths off the lead. Gap of 2 more. BU sneaks up the rail into the 5th position. Good Money, 6th on the outside. This followed by Seize the Gray in 7th. Lat Long is 8th. Mugatu is 9th, and Sierra Leone is last of 10, facing a lot of traffic to deal with onto the far turn. 46.48 seconds, the time for that first half mile. Top Connor, the leader. Top Connor leads a length and a half, just a touch, is second by a length to Epic Ride, who's third a half length. Door Knock is still there in fourth to the inside, and BU is in fifth and still 7 lengths off the lead. Now Sierra Leone is toward the center of the pack, looking toward the outside, 8 lengths to make up, just over a quarter mile to go. Top Connor is the leader. Epic Ride swings wide, just a touch between horses. Door Knock has to shift lanes along with Sierra Leone. That pair out in the center of the track, still 5 lengths off the lead as they move by the 8th pole. Just a touch has taken the lead from Top Connor. Sierra Leone is running on from the outside. A 16th to go. Sierra Leone comes forward for the lead and deep stretch and wins the Toyota Bluegrass for Tyler Gaffalione. Just
I saw Tyler was back, Oldy.
Yep, Tyler, that they announced that I think like 2 days ago. So we have the Stephen Foster's coming up here. 2 minutes, but probably a little longer than 2 minutes with the post track, but probably can't sneak in another race replay here. But for me, Mindframe was my top pick. Mystic Dan as well. And I did not think there's enough pace here for Sierra Leone.
Yeah, I'm with you, Oldy. I guess I don't know. I think I'm just gonna land on Hit Show. It's was my second pick after Skippy, so I don't know. Mindframe's getting crushed, which was kind of to be expected with the EE morning line, and then Mystic Dan's not taking any money, Oldy. which was, kind of the E morning line. So it's to me, just this race is wide open.
Yeah. I mean, there's a possibility, because Mindframe doesn't always go to the lead either. There's a possibility that maybe Mystic Dan goes to the lead, and we're not even considering that. It's not impossible here. I mean, Mindframe closed from way off the pace last time out while sprinting. And I do have to wonder, though, the one wonder I have on Mindframe is whether, I mean, I know he ran well at 2 turns last year, but didn't win in those races. What if he's a sprinter?
No, I know. I saw that, Oldy. If I wondered about that, but it looks like he should appreciate 2 turns.
Yes, I agree. He should, but I'm looking at, like, he broke his maiden going 7. His grade 1 was going 7, and his in the recent grade 2 was going 1 turn mile. So maybe I'm just wondering if they knew something, or if that was more of a prep. And we should mention that Fierceness, instead of running in a 1 turn mile, probably belonged in this race.
Yeah, I agree.
Same with White Barrio. All right, they're in the gate.
They're off. Sierra Leone was off at the back of the pack. Mystic Dan breaks right in stride. And First Mission is on a mission.
It's going to go right over to that rail
to grab the lead, so it will be First Mission leading the way with 1 trip around Churchill Downs to go. Mindframe backs off and will stalk in second. Mystic Dan tucks inside third, just like he did in the Derby. Ashcroft races up on the outside and grabs fourth. Hit Show settles into fifth. And last year's champion, Sierra Leone, ambles along at the back in sixth. Sierra Leone is about 6 lengths off the leading First Mission as they head to the backstretch run. The opening quarter goes in 23 and 4. First Mission down the backstretch leads the way. Mindframe right on his hindquarters. They're 1, 2, with 5 furlongs to go. And right there at the 5/8 pole, First Mission tapped the gas a bit and opened up. And the half mile goes in 47 and 4. First Mission leads by 2 with 4 furlongs to go. Mindframe racing second. Sierra Leone launching a rally now. Third on the outside. Big move down the backstretch for the last year's champion Sierra Leone with 3 furlongs to go. Mystic Dan tucked in toward the inside fourth. He's within range and with a shot as they come outside the quarter pole. First Mission first at the quarter pole. Mindframe draws a
and we have
Mystic Dan does it again. He cut the corner. He's down inside third. Sierra Leone is fourth. 1 furlong to go. Mindframe charge. Mindframe kicks clear by 2. Mystic Dan is rallying boldly down inside. 2 lengths to make up. 16th to go. Sierra Leone's hanging tough as well. But it's Mindframe's Foster.
That time the Derby move was not good enough for Mystic Dan.
Say again, Oldy.
I said that time the Derby move coming along the rail and coming up the rail wasn't good enough for Mystic Dan.
I agree.
I did have a double in the Mindframe. I have no idea what it paid.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we only can show, yes, Irad. We can't show Churchill. We could show Gulfstream here in a minute, but can't show Churchill Downs.
Yeah, so guys, for people who are new to the stream, we can show Keeneland, Gulfstream. We'll have the Indiana Derby live next week from Horseshoe. We can show San Anita, Laurel,
Woodbine,
Pimlico, Woodbine, Emerald, Los Alamitos. So a lot of tracks. But unfortunately, CDI is not very forthcoming with their signal. Oh, Hawthorne as well. Thank you. Scott Free wouldn't want to leave Hawthorne out of there as well. So Hopefully, in the near future, we'll be able to add to that as well. Little boom for Mind Frame. Proved to be 2 turns. Very impressive win there. All right, we are going to Gulfstream. And then to Woodbine, I believe, or we may be split screening it again here. So Gulfstream, you are singled in your...
I singled the 2 in the pick 6. I was going to use many other horses, but 5G is Oldy.
That's going to pay nicely if you can.
Let's see.
Get another speed horse home here.
It's Edwin again. It's Orsino again. It was the same connections before. We're going to try to do it again.
GSR goes up on the stretch out.
Yeah. Yeah, two sprints and now to a route. You know, it's a tough main special. I mean, the other horses were the 8, 9, 10, and 11 for me, but outside, I like the inside post on the 2 with speed. You know, 9 horse, big long shot too. But the 10 horse, I thought was kind of a probably deserving favorite Oldy, but I was trying to beat. So we'll see. I mean, it was fun. I mean, can't complain. It was about $45 ticket, I think. So,
all right. So let's sneak in. I'm going to reorganize this here, and we'll sneak in. We know Allen's alive in the pick 5 carryover to the 7 at Los Al. So let's
final table lady.
Pull that up for a second.
Jasmine.
We'll do a partial screen on that, and then we'll go full screen to Gulfstream.
/ alley and back about 3 lengths to keep the Parvels, and at the rear Risky Pleasure. They string out over a dozen lengths. 2 Sassy and final.
Looks like we can actually go full screen because
cutting out the fractions. A length and a half clear of Jasmina, enjoying a nice stalking trip. About to come after those leaders in the 3 path at the top of the stretch. Lino's Angel 5 lengths back running 4th. Homeward bound at the quarter pole. And Jasmina moving.
Come on, 7.
Wide on the track, joining final table lady and 2 Sassy.
No, it doesn't look like it, unfortunately.
And Salty Sally at the 8th pole. Jasmina kicks to a
Sorry, Alan.
lead from 2 Sassy. 4th. Jasmina striding clear and scores handsomely. Jasmina.
All right, let's go to Gulfstream.
Suited a running style. So we're kind of just seeing what we've got.
I don't know what they're covering there at Woodbine, but we do
have
one more graded stakes there. The 3 horse one.
Bummer.
Yeah, I just didn't like that 7 horse. I don't know how the rest of it went after we got knocked out in the first leg, but I just didn't trust that horse. We got about 5 minutes to Woodbine, so we actually have some time. And that was the race that has the Chad Brown in it as well. Sweet Rebecca, who's getting hammered as you would expect.
Yeah, that's a Resolute Racing horse. All right.
The horses
come on, number 2.
Starting gate.
Let's go 2.
Call for wagers.
9-2 on the morning line.
Even money in your heart.
Exactly. I agree.
And guys, please hit the like and subscribe. Again, we will have the Indiana Derby live next week, just like you're seeing here from Gulfstream. And we may have some surprise guests during the week. Justin and I have to talk about next weekend's weekend preview show as well. I have some ideas. So
it's now post time. Moving in for a start.
What are
race
we
11,
covering
9
next
to 5
week?
favorite is number 10.
Indiana Derby,
Bravo.
Indiana.
Oh,
With
yes.
a 2-prong attack from the Safi.
We know
Joseph
some people
Jr.
from
Shinro.
Indiana
The other is
that might make some
Albuelo.
sense to have on.
Both of these have good turf form, and it's recent as well. 4-1 respect for At Work, a son of Outwork for trainer Joe Orsino. He's already on the Saturday scoreboard. Live racing again tomorrow. First race post time is 12:50. We will feature a mandatory payout of the 20-cent Rainbow Six. In fact, it's the final day of the Florida fiscal year, at least from a live racing standpoint. So there'll be force outs of all of our carryover pools, including.
Oh, that's right. Next week we also get the mini Tampa meet because of that.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, they do like a 3-day meet over, I think over July 4th.
Thanks, Scrap. Come on, Edwin. We just need Edwin to break well, send away on the turf.
Come on, let's get this 2 home.
Be go and be gone.
Mr. Business is the first to move in line. Now at work is ready.
Mr. Business sounds like something out of the Lego movie.
Reminds me of Mr. Big from Sex and the City.
There's a look at him.
Makes me feel old.
The next one to go up.
Let's see. In this last at Woodbine, we both were on the 10. I was 10-3-12, and you were 10-8, and then 5-3-12. Because with the post drag, they're going to drag into. It's kind of a drag. I'll also say if you guys are enjoying the EquinEdge race replay of the day, you probably should expect to see some Indiana Derby focused replays next week. Though I'm not sure I can show anything with Cole Battle in it.
Whittingley is being a little reluctant inside the gate. They're working with him. That's why the loading process is stalled. More in a moment.
All right, I'm going split screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, acting on vet advice and by the order of the stewards, number 7, Whittingley, is a late scratch from this race. Scratch number 7, Whittingley, from the 11th race at Gulfstream. If the 7 was your choice in the daily double or the pick 3, you'll get paid on a consolation return. If you have the 7 as part of your late pick 4, pick 5, or Rainbow 6 ticket, your ticket will transfer to the starting favorite. That could change. At the moment, it's the 10-11 Bravo. All other wagers, that's win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta tickets, and super high 5 wagers with the 7 Whittingley are subject to refund and exchange at all windows. Scratch the 7.
They appear like they're going to take their time with this, Justin, so you may still get to see this full screen.
That's good. They're talking to each other, Oldy. They know, okay, you can go first. We're going to take our time here with the scratch. Big pick 6 day tomorrow at Gulfstream, Oldy, with the mandatory. So,
and Churchill with the mandatory as well.
Yeah. I'm have to stretch run chat. Probably going to have some joint tickets, huh?
I would imagine so. So it looks like the 8 Ocean Club is on the lead right now.
Out in front with Sweet Rebecca going up to be second. On the inside, Ms. Tide. Length to Caitlin, her greatness against the hedge from Ready to Jam. Austere is on the outside, and behind them came Blueberry Fields. Metaphysical getting right back now is Mission of Joy with Ready for Shirl. Cravalda Oro on the inside. About 6 lengths covers the pack, and it's Ocean Club in front. Leads the way at the 5/8 by about 3 parts of a length to Sweet Rebecca. And going forward on the inside is Ms. Tar. Caitlin, her greatness, right there in the thick of things. A length away came Ready to Jam, who's on the inside of Austere, coming wide and dropping back. Behind them there was Ms. Tart. Metaphysical's next, tagging onto the main pack. A length and a half away came Ready for Shell, picking up ground between Blueberry Fields and Mission of Joy. And 4 lengths away last now, Cravalda Oro. Ocean Club in front. Sweet Rebecca second. Caitlin Her Greatness right behind them as they corner in the Nassau Stakes. Ready to jam is Handy on the outside at the top of the stretch. Ocean Club the leader on the inside. Caitlin Her Greatness. Sweet Rebecca found a little bit wanting. Ready to jam's a chance, and coming down the outside, Austere and Mission of Joy, and then Blueberry Fields, but they haven't got to Ocean Club. Ocean Club has the lead. Ocean Club in front and ready to jam, and down the outside, Austere and Blueberry Fields, but Ocean Club in front from Ready for Shirl and Blueberry Fields. Ocean Club the winner. Ready for Shirl second.
Ready
Blueberry
Shirl
Fields
for
third.
Shirl
Then
almost
Austere.
got there.
Starship Iceman to take the outside. They're at the post. And
Great break.
runners away.
But that one needs to
At
go
Work
away.
was away very well and reaches out for the early lead. Pace Company from Mr. Business. These two race on. Away third is Sea God. He's about 2.5 lengths behind. He's followed by Shotgun, who's racing together with 11 Bravo. They spot the leader about 5 lengths in the run to the first turn. The Rizzer is next. Starship Iceman is out wide. Abuelo's between horses, and Social Majesty is at the back of the field. They chase At Work around the first turn. At Work off the lead now by almost 2 from Sea God, who joins the second running Mr. Business. 11 Bravo. He's in
the two didn't bolt
colors
after
and
having to
white cap,
use
racing
speed
in
there,
fourth,
so
about
that's a
5
good
lengths
sign.
from it, well spotted 3 wide.
Yeah.
Moving out the rail, that's Shotgun. He's a bit keen. He's a length in front of an improving Starship Iceman, who races outside of Abuelo. The Rizzer got shuffled back, and Social Majesty has been last throughout. The opening quarter was 24 seconds flat. The half mile was 48-1. Edwin Gonzalez and At Work enter the far turn on top by 1.5 lengths. 3 wide. 11 Bravo. He's not waiting. He's going on the attack right now. Back to third, Mr. Business. That's all for the Sea God. Out wide on the course, Starship Iceman from between horses. That's Shotgun. Trying to rally in from the back is Abuelo. He draws within 7 lengths of his stablemate, who's up to challenge for control.
Come on, turn him
They
away.
move to the top of the stretch. At Work still
Turn
has
away,
the lead,
Edwin.
trying to repel the challenge of 11 Bravo on the outside. 4 ahead of Mr. Business, sliding through at the rail. Shotgun. Abuelo went wide. They're at 8
Come on, Edwin!
with At Work
Come
still
on,
in front.
Edwin!
From the
Come on.
outside.
Come on, Edwin!
Go, go,
Come on, baby!
go.
Come on,
Has other
Edwin!
ideas.
Come
He's
on,
not going to win
Edwin!
him by.
Yeah,
It's
Oldy!
At Work.
Let's
At
get
a 9-2 price goes Gate to Wire. I think
Boom.
11 Bravo holds second. The
Oldy!
photos for third.
Wow!
It involves Mr. Business.
Well done,
Abuelo,
Dustin.
and
Well
Shotgun
done.
was fifth to complete your high five in 141-2.
Wow, Oldy. When you
That's
see
the
it
way to finish
good,
it off. Yep.
when you see it good, it's crazy, man.
That was a thing of beauty, Justin. Now, if only that that horse in the last race hung on at the wire.
The 14, right? I mean,
Yes.
Oldy, or the 13. We beat that 10 in the race before. We're
Probably
looking
pays
at
10 grand.
5. You're looking at 20,000 probably, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, really incredible sequence. And the crazy thing about it for everybody to watch, I did a video this morning, Oldy, about an hour before you and I went on to talk Gulfstream for 7 minutes. Edwin Gonzalez, Joe Orsino in both those races, he is so good. He gets out of the gate. The horse is bred for the turf. He gets an easy lead. And, he incredible. I mean, Edwin, just absolutely incredible ride again on both those horses, Oldy.
For sure. Like, he's getting better and better on the lead. Like, I feel like that's where I want him. All right, so we could go to Emerald or we could go to Aqueduct here. We actually have a pretty deep field at Emerald.
Wow.
What do you think?
Let's go to Emerald. My home. Maybe I should. Well, the kids have. Maybe we'll have to go visit Emerald tomorrow.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a bit. Let's see. I know a trainer down there, Oldy, but she doesn't have any horses in this race. I mean, speed's always dangerous. So Juan Gutierrez is a very long time jock at Emerald Downs. A ton of wins, Oldy. He might even be leading jockey. I can't remember, but he is up there. So that, I mean, interests me to some extent on the one horse, Solo Un Bezo. But there's other speed, right? Maybe. Look at the value on the two. She says hello, Oldy. 6-1 from off a 8-1 morning line and a 2-1 E morning line for Tina Birdwell. I mean, this is a big drop. And Alex Cruz rides, he's the top jock, Oldy. So I would definitely
Yeah, and let me answer Susie's question real fast. Yes, so RTN is who the track licenses their feeds out through. So even when you're watching it on an ADW, it's coming from RTN.
Yes, yes.
I don't know when the one scratched at Churchill either, because it's still showing in there in the picks as well. And it was still in there as of this morning. All right, so back to Emerald. So we like the two here, correct? We're both think the two has a big shot here over the cheap speed, the three cheap speeds. Maybe the three's not that cheap, but definitely needs the lead. Right? I mean, I don't see why the 6 is 7-5 there.
No, and not at all. I mean, the horse won a 28 maiden last out, Oldy. No way. No way. I mean, what? I mean, the 2 is taking such a substantial drop, Oldy.
Yeah, I mean, a massive drop. And the 3 beat a group of 48s at Emerald, third off the layoff now. And beat 15K maiden. The 6 beat a 5K maiden. I mean, I'm thinking 2-3 here all day. Maybe 2-3-4 if you want to add the 4, but the 4 is kind of cheap too.
I mean, Alex Cruz is a great jockey, Oldy. I don't really see it wins the race sim over this kind of bummish 6 horse. I mean, the 1 or the 3 even could run honestly, but underneath for me, I'm yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
But I think you see that at some of these tracks, though, so.
Yeah. But you look at the morning line was set in a way that directs money to the 6 versus the 2. Let's see that the 8 was taking a huge drop too that scratched out, so probably was the favorite. I mean, there's so many horses in here. Like the 1 and 3 both look like they need the lead too. Not the 1 and 3, the 1 and 6. All right, let's see. They're going in the gate. All right. Then we'll get back to Churchill.
First one to go up.
I'm 9-2 on the 2. I'm gonna just bet a few bucks. It's a good value too.
Yeah.
She says hello. How to join them. Bellwether the next.
Once again, I will use this time to remind you to hit the like and subscribe if you can, folks.
We'll move in alongside.
Helps us with the YouTube algorithm, will help us notify you when there are live shows. And if you want to watch Justin win the Gulfstream pick 5. We'll have the EquinEdge weekend review up as quickly as we can.
Knife steps in. All set.
Pick 6, but yes.
Pick 6, yeah, that's what I meant. The Rainbow 6.
Away. Good start.
We owe Edwin.
Thirsty Nick was quick into stride. Along the inside, Solo and Beso, she says hello as they
pretty day here, Oldy. The weather getting very nice.
Down the turn they go. Solo and Beso. Pulls clear to lead it 3 parts. Bellwether to the outside,
right.
tracking.
Come on, 2. Sit the trip.
Nick along the outside of that, moving.
6 is rank.
Says hello.
Yeah, I agree.
Third. There's 2 more back to on the outside. Pocket Knife from third last, followed by Savita and Dangerella. The girls have 5/8 of a mile to journey. They run through the opening.
Get up that rail.
3 and 55 100 Solo.
You need the 1 to come off the rail.
Bellwether.
No, I think the 2. I think will be okay.
Solo is right behind the leader now. Still 2 to Pocket Knife on the outside into 4th. Thirsty Nick dropping off to third last. Savita and Dangerella. The tempo quickens around the turn.
Nice one on the lead there.
Went to happen. Solo and Beso. The leader
He gone.
by
He
2,
got
2.5. Bellwether is still chasing, and she says hello.
6 gonna
Holding
finish the
third
last.
in the rail with a quarter mile to go. And Solo.
The late money all went on the 1.
In front. As they
well, we saw that. Come on, 2. Catch this 1.
Show the way to the final furlong. Bellwether is still in pursuit as they're sent
No,
down for the
the
drive.
speed
Jason
so
Zobo
dangerous
is well
at
chasing.
Emerald.
Far outside, Thirsty Nick is back on, but it's way too late to stop. Solo un beso. Home in front, a half dozen clear.
Close.
Close between Thirsty Nick. She says hello. Bellwether followed that to Savita.
All right, I believe we have 1 race left in the day here. And that is the American Derby, the 5-horse American Derby Stakes at Churchill.
I was on the 5, who's getting crushed, in the 8, I believe.
The 5 and the 8. I was on the 3, and let me see. I know I was on the 3. I don't think I'd be on the 3 on top anymore with the scratches. I think I'd have the 3 underneath. No, I was 853, so I don't think I would change that. I think that the 8 probably is your likely winner here, just because of the lack of pace.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love the 5 GSR, Oldy. I thought it was really sneaky, but then now getting crushed, I wasn't expecting that.
2 to 1 on Freedom's Not Free. It is a step up in class, though. The only question would be, could somebody like Native Runner, who's shown speed on the dirt once, or Minaret Station, go with that horse? And I'm guessing no in this case. But not what much you can do value-wise here with the scratches down to a 5-horse field. I mean, you pretty much need Native Runner to upset here.
Yeah.
To get any value.
I thought that the 5 would be. I mean, the Wopes in the double weren't all that bad from Mind Frame. I mean, the 13 to 1 on the 5, and then the 8 was about 10 to 1, so not bad. Pick 6 has 1.2 million in the pool, Oldie, but
and
so that will pay out tomorrow.
The mandatory payout is tomorrow, yes. And the prices are very low here too. It's
yeah, I saw that. I saw
yeah, I mean
$300 to the Tistastic, but they're loading.
Reached us starting at its post time.
It's been a good day, Oldie. You started us out hot. We were hot a lot of the day, man.
Yeah, and I hit the Woodbine pick 5 earlier. You hit the pick 6 at Gulfstream. We had some good priced winners. We have some exciting stuff coming, some updates, hopefully that you guys will all be pretty happy about as well, as I continue to tease that with the EquinEdge system.
Siesta Key squeezed back coming out of there. Freedom's Not Free bounces right out on top and goes out to lead the way.
I mean, he's not even trying.
Freedom's Not Free.
I know.
Clear lead in the
I mean,
longer sub. Siesta Key recovers from that break and races up to
talk about loose on the lead. I mean,
inside third. Native runner fourth, and Tistastic will be the trailer early. Into the clubhouse turn. Freedom's Not Free, running in the 2-path on that first turn, leads the way with
25 and 4.
Siesta Key gets a little bit more closer now.
In some cases, though, that's too slow, and you're turning it into a kicking contest.
Third, and then his Native runner in a break of 3 back to Tistastic, who is the trailer.
It just shows you how little speed Tistastic has. That he's that far back from a 25 and 3, almost 25 and 4.
Your gallop out there. Freedom's Not Free is unopposed on the front end and has just 4 furlongs to go.
Come on, 8.
Siesta Key is
8 or 5.
Second. Minaret Station still covered up and boxed in inside third, 2.5 lengths off. Freedom's Not Free. Then it's Native runner in fourth. Tistastic. Joel Rosario trying to motivate him from the back of the pack. No pace to close into, though, as they come outside the quarter pole. Freedom's Not Free is in front at the top of the stretch. Siesta Key draws alongside.
Come on, 5.
1-2 off the turn. Minaret Station comes off cover, and it's
with the 8. Beat the 4.
With Minaret Station.
6 might bomb this whole thing.
No, 5 going to beat the 6. Come on, 5. Yeah, get up, 5. Oh, get up.
There you go.
Nice. That was my long shot there, Oldy, with the 8 from the preview show.
That was my second pick, yeah.
Yeah, it was both ours. I think we saw that race very much the same.
Righty. Well done.
Well, it's been fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. Again, next week, Indiana Derby live, guys. Indiana Oaks, all the big Indiana races. Look for content as well. Please hit the like and subscribe on your way out. We appreciate it. Hope you had a great and profitable Stephen Foster Day.
Thanks, all. It was always fun. I'll do Gulfstream video tomorrow. So if you're going to play the pick 6 tomorrow, it's mandatory at Gulfstream Park. I'll do a video in the morning. I did one this morning. We'll have notes in Oldie, another day of racing. Got Churchill Downs and Gulfstream Park, both with mandatory pick 6. Thanks again, Cody. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it, Cody. Thank you,
James, Spratt, Alan, Oldie. It's always fun. Everybody, Oldie, we appreciate always everybody tuning in. It makes the show fun, right? Sure. I mean, when we get to play with you all and tuning in. So, and appreciate the tracks, right, Oldie? I mean, it's awesome they allow us to show races. Yeah. And of course, Mr. McKeever, Scotty, we love you. We'll see you soon. What else, Oldie? Anything else before we go? We'll be back next week for preview show. Got 4th of July coming up. Switch over in racing, right? We've got some tracks that are changing. So
Indiana Derby, Saratoga next week, guys. Preview show. Maybe Justin and I will talk that through, and you'll see something pretty soon on that. And then just hope you guys have a happy and safe 4th of July. And we don't see you before then. We will see you hopefully for the stretch run next Saturday. Thank you.
Thanks, though. Have a good evening.